Welcome into Mansfield Stadium for the A-1 Furniture Beltline Bowl. I'm Eric Rogers along with Coach Adam Smith every single week for this Furniture Bowl and this series. Every week on the CW57 Sports, we have Madison Memorial. We have the Middleton Cardinals coming in here, and you know, Middleton coming off, well, actually both teams coming off losses. 4-1 Middleton, 2-3 Memorial. Turnovers for both teams a factor in their losses last week.
I'm sure in practice this week they were talking about ball security, high and tight, teaching quarterbacks, or again reminding them, not forcing the ball, make your good pre-snap reads. If it's not there, tuck it and run. Again, punt is a win, and let your defense play. Both teams have been playing pretty good defense. It's been their offense that let them down the last 2 weeks.
Well, it's funny you talk about the offenses because Madison Memorial actually leads the Big 8 Conference in quarterback rating, yards per game, all those kind of statistics, but it just hasn't translated to wins necessarily.
Yeah, it's been bad timing, I guess. They've been able to put, we're talking with Coach Galindo over the course of the week, they've been able to put a couple of quarters together. It's been tough for them to put 4 quarters together. And with Middleton, I think they just got a couple bad breaks with some turnovers in the second half against Sun Prairie. So, you know, I think they're looking to get back on track this week. Memorial's fighting for a playoff spot, trying to get to 5 wins. They need this win in order to keep on track to make the playoffs.
Well, Madison Memorial's lost a couple of receivers over the last couple of years, DeReese Fountain, Jester Wea, and they actually in the last time they played each other, the season finale of the actual Level 1 playoffs last year between these two teams, 9 receivers caught passes for Memorial.
Well, receivers and backs have been the strength of Madison Memorial over the last couple of years. Their downfall, so to speak, has been their offensive and defensive line as far as size. They've always had very talented backs and quarterbacks, running backs come out of here. So with Middleton, it's going to be their power run game and how well they can attack the football on defense with their multiple defensive fronts. So it's going to be a great game.
Well, we sure hope so, and we'll find out soon. You're watching the Beltline Bowl, CW57 Sports.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, and I'd love for you to join us on Talk of the Town this week. We've got a great show for you. We're going to check in with our health news partner to find out how to keep ourselves healthy during flu season. And of course, we're going to talk high school football all right here on Talk of the Town on the CW57.
You've heard about clearance sales before where you save 20, 30, 50% off, but with markups? How do you know if you saved anything?
On America is clearing out electronics, tools, TVs, and DVD movies. 50% off, no markups. Like this Panasonic 55-inch smart TV, only $400. This MacBook Pro was $14.99. I'm clearing it out for just $7.50. So much more, and 2 Vs for 3 Vs. 2 DVDs, just $3 every day. It's clearance time at your neighborhood Pawn America.
Welcome to Flavor Headquarters. Welcome to Firehouse Subs,
where we pile on so much steaming hot premium meat and cheese, it's way over code. Guaranteed delicious. Firehouse Subs start at only $5.49. Try the Firehouse meatball today. Best meatballs and marinara anywhere. Believe me, we've looked. Made even better with Wisconsin provolone cheese and Italian herbs.
Try one today, only at Firehouse Subs.
One bite, one taste, you're hooked.
Looking for some Halloween family fun? Screaming Acres is the place to be on October 3rd and 10th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. They're hosting a family fun haunted attraction called Boo for the Zoo with special ticket prices at only $15. $5 of every ticket that is sold on these nights will be going to the Henry Violet Zoo to help benefit the Arctic Passage. For more information, please go to screamingacres.com or call 608-669-2734. Then make sure to head over to Screaming Acres to go Boo for the Zoo.
Eric Rogers here with Middleton head coach Tim Simon, coming off a loss to Sun Prairie last week. What kind of things do you take out of that game heading into face Memorial here tonight?
Well, a big part of it is cleaning up some mistakes we had last week, especially turnovers. Sun Prairie's a very good football team, and it was a heck of a game, but we had a few too many turnovers in the second half that they were able to capitalize on. So we got to take better care of the ball and just minimize our mistakes.
And you told us earlier this week that Jake Ferguson is going to be a guy for Memorial that's going to be blitzing a lot. Is that going to be part of your main focus, is to avoid the blitz, or is it going to be what's your overall goal defensively?
Well, we're kind of a gap control both on offense and defense, so we know they're going to bring backers, and everybody's got a gap they're responsible for. So as long as we communicate up front, when we play with our pads out and play physical, we should be okay.
And being that it's it's a rivalry game of sorts, you're close together as far as location. What do you guys know about each other that maybe you're going to try and bring out here in this game?
Well, I don't think it's so much that the teams are familiar as the individuals who make up the teams are. The guys have played against each other in multiple sports since they were 3 or 4 years old. So, I think it's a fun game for both teams because the individuals know each other from the line of scrimmage. So, I think because of that, when we play each other, Middleton and Memorial, it's usually a fun game. It's a physical game, and it's it really brings out the best in both teams.
Well, part of the reason we picked this game, just on a side note, you told us earlier in the week you have a player number 83 on your roster that is a foreign exchange student. Will he be getting any playing time, or what do we know about this guy?
Well, Gary, he's still learning the game. He hasn't really seen or played the game of football before, but he was an addition to our team when school started. He's been a great kid. He brings a lot of life to the field. It'd be nice if we could get him in at the end of the game.
Well, we look forward to a great game here tonight. We will speak with Coach Mike Galindo next. Eric Rogers and Coach Adam Smith here with Madison Memorial head coach Mike Galindo, coming off a loss to Madison West last week. Youth and mistakes were kind of the theme of that game. Is that correct?
Exactly, yeah, that's 110%. That's something that we talk to the kids about, that, everything's correctable, and it just is what it is. We had a fantastic first half. Second half, we came out, and there are too many mistakes to go ahead and rebound.
Coach, with the Memorial and Middleton being so close together, within 5 miles of each other, lately it's been developed into a rivalry. Have you talked about that this week with the kids, and the importance of not only this game, but how it leads into your future for this season?
Yeah, 110%. The kids already know that it is. It's turned into definitely a rival. It's one of those that, we're now 2-3, and we're hoping to be at 3-2, with the way that we started last week. And if we would have finished it out, we'd be sitting in a better spot. But, let's go ahead and look at the overall picture. We're in the second half, and because of the second half of the season, you're trying to get to that 5 wins as quick as possible. So this game is really hugely important.
I'm glad you kind of touched on that second half of the season kind of mentality, but so what are your goals then in this game and then as the season keeps moving forward?
Well, again, we just have to continue to grow and solidify because, again, we've done a really nice job. We went through some of those learning curves, with, who was that? Getting blanked by La Follette. They have a fantastic defense, but, we had many mistakes that game, as well as, our youth really did kind of just show up as far as we didn't really play as tough of a game as we possibly could. It seemed like we played a little soft. We corrected that part for the next week, but still the mistakes, built up.
Sure. And Coach, what did you see this week that you're going to have to stop in order to have success with Middleton?
Middleton's like the Badgers. They show up with this great power run game, and they don't detract, they don't deter from exactly what they're doing. They know that what they're running is fantastic for their kids that are really very well put together program. It's a fantastic program. They're very bought in, they're very strong, and they work hard with what they're doing. So point is, it's going to be a power run game, and that's what they're going to stick with. And I'm sure that their coaches have told their boys that, hey, here's the thing. If it's not happening the first quarter, don't freak out because we can attrition Madison Memorial. That's what I would tell them.
Do you think also having coached with Jason Pertzborn, Middleton's head coach, you and actually myself, we're all at West together. Do you think kind of knowing him a little bit will help you in your strategy against them?
Yes and no. I know Pertsy. I know that we can frustrate him sometimes. He's a great guy. But I know that, if our defense does stay stout, and they continue to do so the first half, and then they show up the next couple series in the third quarter, that can help frustrate Perts. But again, I know that they've got coaches on their sideline that are quality control saying, again, calm down, we're fine, we're good, we'll be just fine.
All right, we'll have kickoff here shortly.
Hi, I'm Justin Riley, your host for Community Connections, sponsored by TDS. We're here at the Ronald McDonald Family Room at St. Mary's Hospital in Madison, and I'm sitting here with Brian and Kelly Schneider and their daughter, Sadie. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So, what originally brought you to St. Mary's Hospital?
Well, we are from Fort Atkinson, and that is the hospital there is where we would have gone to for our pregnancy. And at 32 weeks, my wife was diagnosed with HELLP syndrome, and they decided then to send us to St. Mary's here in Madison because they were better equipped to handle that scenario. And 48 hours later, we had our daughter, Sadie.
Excellent. And how has the Ronald McDonald Family Room helped your family?
The Ronald McDonald Room gave me a place to stay every night while our daughter was in the hospital. She was here for about a month before we were allowed to take her home, and while she was here, Ronald McDonald House gave me a place to stay so that I basically was able to live at the hospital with her, and I didn't have to worry about commuting in the winter back and forth to Fort Atkinson.
So what's one thing that you would like people to know about Ronald McDonald House Charities here in Madison?
But I think people should know that it's available to them. We had no idea what Ronald McDonald House did for families that had children in the hospital until it happened to us, and obviously we never expected it to happen to us, but just so that people know it's available and you can stay here and not feel guilty about it.
And I would hope that people wouldn't be so timid to use the facility. They're here to help. They do a great job making life easier for you, even though it's probably one of the most stressful times of your life.
Brian and Kelly and Sadie, thank you for joining us today. You can find out more at www.rmhcmadison.org. Thanks for watching Community Connections, sponsored by TDS.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive.
Well, we've officially entered the second half of the high school football season. It should be another good one with two opposing offensive styles. You can expect a heavy dose of Cam Molly from Middleton tonight, while Memorial will go to the air looking at any one of their new receivers. The Beltline Bowl will be getting underway here shortly. I'm Eric Rogers with Coach Adam Smith here in with me as usual each and every week. The A-1 Furniture Beltline Bowl. Cardinals of Middleton, the Spartans of Madison Memorial. If you recognize my voice, again, Eric Rodgers from Madison Sports Talk Radio Station 106.7 FM, 1670 AM, The Zone. Coach Adam Smith here with me. The Cardinals come in at 4-1. The Spartans are 2-3. So, Adam, I don't know what kind of can we expect here tonight based on what we heard from the coaches pregame.
Well, we can see both teams getting after it tonight. Middleton's coming off a tough loss to Sun Prairie in the last-second field goal, and Memorial's fighting for their playoff lives. So, both teams are looking to get back on track and keep on that playoff path, so to speak. And it's homecoming here for Memorial, so they're going to be jacked up and looking to take on their West Side rivals.
Well, here is the kickoff from Mendoza, taken at the 5 by Middleton. They'll run it up laterally, and they'll get out past the 10 where they're upended, and that's where the Middleton offense, led by Kellen Schultz, will start things off here in the Beltline Bowl. Kellen Schultz last week against Sun Prairie, 10 of 18, 106 yards, a touchdown, also credited with 13 carries for negative 19 yards. Coming out in that spread offense, we'll see which target he likes here tonight. So far, Mitch Bacon, the receiving leader, but they go to the ground with Cam Molly. Not much on the carry to start this one off.
It's a nice simple lead to start off their first series, and I felt that Cam Molly kind of missed the hole there. He had a little cut back to the right where there's a bigger gap for him to run through. Hopefully coaches see that and make the adjustments, send it down to the field, and let them know. But a good job blocking up front.
Well, 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard gain. Dropped a pass. On the slant pass, incomplete. Trying to go to the tight end, Mitch Hurl.
Well, you have the slant open. We teach receivers when you run slant, got to have your chest to the quarterback, and that helps keep your peripheral vision towards the ball and not up the field. And that time he had his chest up the field, and the peripherals got within the defenders and kind of takes your attention away from catching the ball.
Well, it makes it 3rd and 7 from the 14-yard line for the Cardinals. They go the fake handoff. Schultz will look right, and he hits the tight end, Mitch Hurl. The second attempt is good, and he'll move the chains. The Green Bay Packer first down.
A nice little draw, play action fake there. Got Kellen Schultz out under the right side a little bit. Made a nice throw out to the flat for a nice pitch and catch. And Mitch Hurl did a nice job of leveraging his defender to the inside and cutting back to the out, creating separation for that pass to be completed.
And here 4 wide receivers. And this time they do give the ball off to Molly. Cam Molly last week, 13 carries, 134 yards, and a score. Couple carries here tonight, but in on the tackles, Ferguson.
And Jake Ferguson is a sophomore. Connections with the Alvarez family. Grandson of Barry Alvarez did a nice job of filling the hole there, making a nice tackle for no gain.
So as you mentioned, no gain, Adam. It's 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line.
2-by-2 set here by Middleton.
So Schultz will look down the middle of the field for Holtz. And Hurl will catch that ball and get past midfield. So a nice job up the middle by Mitch Gurl in the middle of traffic.
Well, the coaches up here must have seen something, running 2 high safeties. Middle of the field is open. Split the seam right there.
Well, it's already 3 targets and 2 catches for Hurl. So from the 47-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from Middleton in Spartan territory. They give to Molly. Off to the right side, slips past the block. And he'll get down, move the chains again. Another Green Bay Packer first down, this time on the ground. Actually, I think that was Alex Leahy this time. This game brought to you by A-1 Furniture and Bedding. We want to thank all the people over there for being our season sponsor for the Bowl Series. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. Here is 1st and 10 from the 35. 9:40 to play in the first. Sending a man in motion. That was Leahy. Gives it up to Molly. This time swallowed up in the backfield. Meyer in on the tackle there for the Spartans. A 3-yard loss at 2nd and 13 from the 38-yard line.
Because when he goes outside, 5 James will run into Travis's route. And he's too deep. Alex should be more closer to the line. It's jammed again, and Travis isn't going to get it.
And trying to get away from the defenders. Falling down, completes the pass on the left side of the field. This time he hits Travis Zander.
That's an unbelievable play right there. Did a great job of knowing where his receivers were, getting away from the pressure, and a very poor job on Memorial's standpoint because they're playing zone, and you're supposed to be reading the ball right there, and they didn't break on it until after the ball was caught. So they got to do a better job of breaking on that ball.
This time they go 3 receivers bunched off to the left side out of shotgun. They go that side, trip set, 3rd and 5 is upended right at the sticks. We'll see where it's spotted. It should be enough to move the chains.
And you can see Middleton taking advantage of the, running multiple formations, personnel packages, and moving right down the field on this Memorial defense. And they're going to get a good look at how they're going to play them all night. And here's a different set. Here we go. I formation twins.
And somehow thought he was upended, and he stays on his feet, only to go down again. That was Cam Molly again on the carry. Under 8 minutes now to play in quarter number 1.
I believe that was Nate Barta with the initial penetration there into the backfield.
The defensive tackle here in the 3-4. Again, not with that I formation. Schultz gets the snap, fakes the handoff this time, rolls out to his right, got plenty of room. Hits a man in the middle of the field. I believe that's Hurl. No, this time it's Zander, and he'll get into the end zone for a score. Your first score of the Beltline Bowl goes to Travis Zander and the Middleton Cardinals.
Kalen Schultz, number 1, had all day on the play action face, rolling out to the right here. He had all receivers open. He had Hurl open, Zander was open. Number 85, Mitch Bacon, did a nice job of clearing it out. It's just a simple run-of-the-mill power pass. And kids have been running that since 4th grade, and it was wide open. So Memorial's got to get their defense together, or it's going to be a long night, because that was way too easy for Middleton.
Well, it makes the score 7-0 after the extra point. After the touchdown, we'll take a break. We'll be back with more Beltline Bowl action on CW57 Sports.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
JP Hair Design is a proud supporter of high school athletics. The #1 barbershop in the area is located on Grand Canyon Drive in Madison. Call or check us out on Facebook and set up an appointment with one of our professional barbers and become part of our family. JP Hair Design, bringing the community together.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Twin mattresses $99, queen sets $199, memory foam queen sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
Winery kicks off for Middleton and caught at about the 20-yard line. The 21-yard line is where Madison Memorial will begin. Emmett Wright, the quarterback here, just 1 for 5 for 10 yards last week, passing, splitting time with Henry Howden, the converted free safety, who last week was 7 of 13, 113 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Also ran it 13 times for 40 yards and a score. But in any case, it's Emmett Enright who will lead the Spartan offense, looking to answer the 7-0 score right now. Looking left side and totally misses his receiver, Alex Battaglia.
They're trying to take advantage of a quick route right there, and then we're not on the same page, and that's never a good sign on your first series to come out like that. That was a potential pick 6 for Middleton.
Well, the pass goes incomplete, setting up a 2nd and 10 situation from the 21-yard line. Man in motion to the right. They go running up the middle and making a couple guys miss. Jason Wea was projected as a preseason all-area team by the Wisconsin State Journal. It's a Green Bay Packer first down.
You see on the replay, just straight up the gut. Nice job finding the goal, breaking 3 tackles there.
We're under 6 minutes to play in quarter number 1 of this Beltline Bowl. Spartans now looking to take advantage on 2nd down. Wow, getting out of the tackle is Wea for a 1 yard of hard-earned yard.
Talk about that was a very hard yard there, getting hit in the backfield. Blitzing linebacker there, taking the place of the pulling offensive lineman that they had, and did a great job just to get back to the line of scrimmage and just a little past it.
And that 1 yard makes it 2nd and 9 for Memorial. Enright under center, handoff. Gives it up to Joe Venuta, who will go down for no gain on the play. The Green Bay Packers are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball.
It's never a good sign when you have offensive linemen down the field and your running back's getting tackled at the line of scrimmage. Memorial's got to do a better job of staying on their assignment a little bit longer and really holding the point of attack.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and blitzing it into the backfield and sacked. And on the play, number 40 is Eli Zietlau, wide receiver and defensive back. It's a good job of
the blitz off the edge, and the protection wasn't there. And Emmett Enright took one right in the mouth right there, and that's a hard hit.
And it brings up 4th and 15. So they will be punting, the Spartans will, and Blake Complin will come on. He had 1 punt last week for 45 yards. The winds are somewhat calm here from Mansfield Stadium. As you see, Emmett Enright, who took that shot, is kind of limping to the sidelines there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Here is the punt received at the 40-yard line by Middleton. That was Kellen Schultz, quarterback, catching that one.
That's a good job by the punter, punting away from the wall. Middleton is always known for running their return to their sideline. I even remember that when I was coaching with West and East back in the early 2000s.
Things don't change.
Hey,
yeah.
When you have success.
Yeah, right. This game brought to you by the Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar. They were voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. It's your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Gritty.com on Facebook. And that ball's going to stay with the quarterback, Kellen Schultz, but face mask flags all over the place on the tackle. We'll await the official word.
And that's unfortunate. Kid made a good play.
Well, will make it 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, who are leading in this Beltline Bowl 7-0 in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Make it the Spartan 47-yard line. They give the handoff to Molly off to the left side. He's got 6, 7 yards, 8, 9. He's close to a first down after jumping over a defender.
Middleton's doing a great job of double teaming the point of attack. The backs are doing a great job of seeing where green grass is. Little counter play right there. Great hook job. Hook block by, I believe, number 77, Sean Benedict.
Yeah, side note, Sean Benedict also have a player on their team named Mitchell Bacon. And here's the good fake, rolling out to the right side is Schultz, being chased, throws it away, and a flag. Will that be a late hit out of bounds? It would appear so. The officials will discuss. Let's take a look on replay.
It's great pursuit. Good decision.
Throws the ball away. They're waving off the flag. So pick that one up. It's a clean hit. After the incompletion, it's 3rd and 1 for the Cardinals. JP Hair Design, one of our sponsors here, the #1 barbershop in the area, located on Grand Canyon Drive in Madison. Call or check us out on Facebook to set up an appointment with one of our professional barbers. Become part of our family. JP Hair Design, bringing the community together.
One of my sons get a haircut there just the other day. Did a fine job.
Fine job, sir. 3rd and 1 from the 38. There's the pitch. Molly, right side, got room and clobbered at the 40-yard line, but a hold against the Cardinals, much to the dismay of Sean Benedict. This game also brought to you by CW57's Talk of the Town. Fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format, providing one-on-one analysis of current issues. 608-270-5700, CW57.tv. So the holding call will be a 10-yard penalty, and instead of a 3rd and 1 situation, it'll be 3rd and 11. With 3:35 to go in the first quarter, up 7-0, Middleton is.
As a coach, you always hate having a penalty on 3rd and short.
Well, there go trips right. Schultz drops back, pump fakes, looking down the middle. Oh, one-hand catch by Mitch Hurl. Are you kidding me? Down to the 20-yard line of the Spartans.
What a fantastic catch, but even better was the protection up front. He had the time to throw this ball. He put it in the only place that he could grab it.
That is impressive.
Great concentration, and even got a couple yards after the catch just to make sure. What a fantastic catch by Mitch Hurl.
And that's about his 4th or 5th catch here in the opening quarter. We're down to 3 minutes. Up 7-0 and now threatening after the 3rd and long completion. Stepping up, and again down the middle, and absolutely hammered near the goal line. But pops right up. Mitch Hurl, tough guy. 2nd team all-conference member last year.
I never want to throw late over the middle for that reason. You can really lay your receivers out to dry, and plus defenders have caught on to the pass route concepts and able to break a little bit better. But I tell you what, the offensive line for Middleton is doing a fantastic job against Memorial's defensive front and picking everything up and giving Kellen Schultz time to throw the ball.
And here we go on 2nd and 10, and loses his footing a little bit near the line of scrimmage, and Kellen Schultz had some room to run, but not for long.
Jake Ferguson did a fine job getting off the block, coming up and filling. It's a great form tackle right there. Watched that kid since 4th grade. Jake Ferguson's
He's representing well, doing his job.
He's doing a great job. And only a sophomore, that, by the way.
Young teams, we've seen a couple of these young teams so far. Here again with that trips look on the right side. We'll get a timeout charged to Middleton. So while we have a second, we'll step away. We'll be right back with more of the Beltline Bowl on CW57 Sports.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across the state of Wisconsin. Contrary to how some reports misrepresent the data available, the risk of serious injury in high school football is less than it has ever been. With better teaching, better rules, and better equipment, the Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
The Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar celebrates 45 years of service. The Nitty Gritty has been voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit us at thegritty.com and like us on Facebook.
About 2 minutes here and left in the opening quarter of the Beltline Bowl. The Cardinals lead the Spartans 7-0, but the Cardinals are threatening once again. Let's take a look at this moment. A couple of our sponsors, The Restaurant Show, Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life's too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on The Restaurant Show. And it's a 3rd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Schultz takes it.
Backside is open.
Swings out to the left in the flat. He'll gain about 5 yards on the carry, or on the reception, I should say. So, Cam Molly. So, 3rd and 10, and they go mid-yardage on that one, Adam?
Well, I really thought they had exactly what they wanted, lining up in that trip set to the wide side. Single receiver to the short. Memorial did not have any help to that backside single receiver side. I thought they would go there.
So a 33-yard field goal attempt here for Winery. And that one is up. Is it through the uprights? It is. And it is now 10-0 Middleton. So off the leg of Declan Winery. After the score, we will take a timeout. We'll be right back with more Beltline Bowl on CW57 Sports.
The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County is a nonprofit youth development organization that serves nearly 3,000 young people every year. Our vision is to inspire and empower all young people to reach their full potential as productive, responsible, and caring adults. Our mission is to be the leader in youth development programs by developing partnerships to produce positive outcomes for young people, families, and communities. For more information, go to bgcdc.org or call 608-257-2606. This message is brought to you by Metcalf's Market.
And after the 33-yard field goal by Middleton's Declan Winery, it's now 10-0 Cardinals. Just about 2 minutes here left in the opening quarter of the A-1 Furniture Beltline Bowl. Now kicking off is Middleton. Ball is in the air. Should be fielded about the 3-yard line by the Spartans. Up near midfield, tackled and tripped up, but a flag comes in. Right at about the point of the tackle. Looks like that one could have been a holding call potentially. It is against the Spartans. She'll back them up deeper in their own territory.
I tell you what, they've done a job shooting themselves in the foot in this first quarter with penalties. Let's see if they can, you got backed up offense. Again, it's something they should be repping during the course of the week, usually on Thursday. Let's see if they can get out from under the shadow of their end zone here.
Well, the ball is on the 8-yard line, down 10-0. Quick hitting pass off to the left side and completed out to Jake Ferguson. Actually, no, excuse me, Henry Howden, the all-purpose player, plays quarterback, safety, receiver, does it all.
Almost got up into that tunnel or slip, or sometimes some people call it smoke screen. It has many different names, but receiver takes one step up, comes back in towards the line of scrimmage, and that's whole left side of the line, comes up the field and creates a wall. So it's a good first down play.
2nd and 4, they go to the ground. That'll be enough to move the chains. Another Green Bay Packer first down for the Spartans, starting to move out of their own end zone.
That's your goal as a backed up offense, is you want to at least get one first down. And they did a great job in 2 plays getting a first down. Hopefully they can keep this momentum going and march it down the field.
It's 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Down 10-0. Looking deep, left side. Got Howden. He caught the ball and takes it to the 45-yard line of Middleton. A couple great catches by the receivers here tonight.
Howden did a great job of creating a box. Emmett did a nice throw. Watched him in pregame with these passes. Right to the back of the head of the defensive back. Can't even see it. Attack the football. It's just a great pitch and catch right there.
And getting up onto the line.
Emmett Enright was throwing some dimes in pregame, and he was on point with that pass right there.
It's 1st and 10, 45-yard line. Handoff, fakes it, rolls right. Enright throws off to the right side, a diving attempt. It's incomplete.
Thought he could have ran it right there, kind of forced that throw. Again, his momentum was going more towards the sideline than towards his target. Remember, you always want to try to get 4 yards on first down and really create a nice second down play call. And remember, as a quarterback, it got to take what the defense gives you. If they give you that flat to run, take what you can, slide, get out of bounds, get some type of positive yardage on first down.
Well, it's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. 22 seconds remain in this opening quarter. Enright will take it from under center. The pitch to Weah, flag down. He'll get off to the right side around the corner. He would pick up a couple of yards on the carry, but we'll see.
It's going to be an illegal motion.
See if you're right here.
On Alex Battaglia. He's got caught going up the field after his motion to the other side of the formation. Again, in that case, you tell your receiver as he's coming across, because he can't see when the ball's snapped. When that outside receiver moves, that's when you go up the field. And that time he got caught, just couldn't hold his water and tried to get up the field a little bit too soon.
And the clock continues to wind down after the ball spotted. Could this be the final play of quarter number one? No, the Spartans will let this one go. And that is the end of quarter number one, where it's 10-0 Cardinals over the Spartans. We'll be back with the final three quarters of this contest. You're watching the Beltline Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Meet the manly men of Futurama. Let's start smart with a professor.
I'm not even legally a mammal.
This is Fry, a guy with a why try attitude.
I don't wash my hands for years at a time.
And if you're into metalheads, rock out with Bad Boy Bender.
Yeah, I know it.
On Futurama Weekends.
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, inviting you to watch Talk of the Town, where we invite local business owners on to talk about news and information, all right here on the CW57.
Back in here to Mansfield Stadium here on the west side of Madison. Madison Memorial trails Middleton 10-0 after one quarter of play. A couple of great catches by both number nines, the number nines on either team. The quarterback and receiver, defensive back Henry Howden. 109 yards of passing for Middleton. 7 of 10. So going into quarter number two.
Well, Henry Howden's 6'5". He's a big target, so I'd get the ball. I'd continue that strategy there, but.
Wow, Enright swallowed up back at midfield. Flags come in. Remember, he took a shot earlier on that last drive, and he came right in, and he's been moving the ball. Didn't seem to affect his throwing motion.
No, but whenever you get pressure like that, it can affect you. Remember, Emmett Enright's only a junior. He's limited playing time this year. Didn't start the season off as a starter until recently, and if you don't believe in your offensive line, it's going to cause you to rush things, and you lose mechanics and make poor decisions. So hopefully Emmett can keep it together and trust his offensive line and continue to make plays.
It's 3rd and 10. There's the handoff to Weah. Breaks a couple tackles. Man picks up some tough sledding and makes it down to the 20-yard line, where he's finally stopped by seemingly every Middleton defender.
It's a great job by Justin Weah to slip through that line. Good job by the offensive line, setting out a good block.
Weah, not a little guy.
Jack and Andringa. Great, just simple lead play on 3rd and 10. They caught Middleton in more of a pass defense and frame of mind, and Justin Weah made him pay for it.
Takes it down to the 20-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Started this drive down at their own 8. That ball towards the corner of the end zone goes incomplete. This game brought to you by CW57's Girl Talk, a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. 608-270-5700. It's going to be 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
Jason Weah, younger brother of former Madison Memorial wideout Jester Weah, who's now playing at University of Pittsburgh. So pretty good bloodlines there.
Also one of those speedy track stars as well.
Absolutely.
Dropping back to pass on the slant. Nice defense.
Whenever you run double slants, you don't throw that inside slant unless the linebacker blitzes. And you should be reading that flat defender and looking at the second window there on the outside receiver and
Yeah, the safety, Max Bainan, came down on that play.
Again, that inside slant is a hot route in a blitz situation. Otherwise, it's to clear out the flat defender and try to get that ball to the outside receiver. And again, it's a young quarterback, not probably fully understanding those reads yet. And he'll get it, though. He's a good kid.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. He'll back up and right. Finds his man, nearly picked, and was that caught? It was intercepted by Middleton. And they'll get that ball inside the 10-yard line. They drive all the way down the field, starting on their 8. And wow, a leaping pick by Nick Mays.
Nick Mays ran the route for Joe Ferguson. He knew that play was coming before anybody else, and great job of reading that in man coverage, undercutting the play and getting his hands on it and giving himself a chance to come down with the catch, and he did. And it's a turnover on downs. It was a very promising drive, though, for Madison Memorial right there. They basically started at their own 8-yard line, I believe. And
well, now it goes the exact opposite, as Middleton will start on their own 7. So now they're stuck in that situation, up in the backfield and stopped for negative yardage. The running play, nothing for Cam Molly.
And Jay Ferguson there doing a nice job of reading that play, cutting through the A gap there and getting the TFL.
This game brought to you by A-1 Furniture and Bedding. We want to thank Mr. Paul Canarella, all the good people over there, for supporting us this season as our official Bowl Series sponsor. Over 30 years providing the best prices and best service. Also, the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. Please visit packers.com/youthfootball. 2nd and 11 after the lost yardage. And wow, look at Kellen Schultz run. And he'll pick up a good 10 yards on the play, and he'll be still short of the sticks, but sets up a great 3rd down situation.
Again, backed up offense. Your first goal is to get a 1st down. And he didn't even get touched until he was 8 yards down the field. That's a great job by the offensive line, the fullback, creating a running lane. It makes it pretty easy to run when no one touches you for the first 8 yards.
It's a good job of that offensive line as well. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Under 10 minutes here to go until halftime. This time they'll hand off to Cam Molly, who will juke and get some yardage, and he's still on his feet. He thought he was just going to be stopped for a couple yards. He busts it out and churns out an extra 10 yards on the carry.
Cam Molly does a nice job. We talk about accelerating your feet through contact. You know what it is. Low man wins in this situation. He keeps the legs churning. Madison Memorial does a poor job of wrapping up until the very, very end.
That's a situation. You just keep hitting that truck stick. Just get power through those defenders.
Bringing up the old Madden, huh?
Oh, yeah. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line, 9 minutes until halftime. Middleton leads 10-0, but they got the 1st down. And this time, Cam Molly, about a half yard.
Cam Molly had an opening to his left side. If he just peeks to the left there, he had a nice cut to the left where the offensive line had washed all the Memorial down, and he'd been off to the races. You're going to see that on film on Monday, and wish he had that play back.
Instead, it goes for just 1 yard. It's 2nd and 9 from the 34-yard line. 9.5 left in the second quarter. Throwing right side in the seam there. Kellen Schultz completes it, and he's going to pick up a 1st down, a gain of about 10 yards on the pass.
It's a nice pitch and catch there off the play action to the fullback. Suck those linebackers down, creates a nice little seam, fires it in there. You can see Andringa there, number 44, had no idea where the tight end was until after he had already caught the ball.
And now they're moving the ball at the 48-yard line. Started at their own 7. Middleton moving it. This time they'll hand off again. Couple yards off to the left side for Molly. He's going to set up a 2nd down situation. This game brought to you by the Nitty Gritty. Voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit thegritty.com and on Facebook. 2nd and 8 from midfield. The pitch to Molly, right side. Got some room. Spin move. Past the sticks. Another Green Bay Packer first down.
Got a flag down here, Eric.
And that was actually Eric Karwoski on the carry. So likely coming back on a hold. So actually penalty goes against the Spartans.
See if we can pick up the personal foul here.
It was Cam Molly on the carry.
And again,
So
that's
the personal foul penalty is
yeah,
a 15-yard variety.
That's the 4th penalty on Memorial this half. Couple of holds.
One's going to take the ball all the way down to the 27-yard line of the Spartans. Remember, they started on their own 7, just like Memorial did on the previous drive. Got all the way down to the red zone. They're nearing that area right here. 1st and 10. 7:15 on the clock until halftime. Whistles.
Another penalty against Memorial.
Pre-snap penalties, mental errors, an offsides penalty.
That's something you tell your defensive linemen, especially the DNs who can see all the way down the line, that if someone's lined up off sides, you got to back them up.
It's 1st and 5 from the 22 now. About to enter the red zone. Looking left side and misses his receiver, throws behind him.
I think he rushed that one a little bit. You can tell he short-armed that.
Now, is that a result of just having a guy open so soon you just want to get it so you just get antsy?
I think with his pre-snap read, he knew that was going to be open, and he just rushed it a little bit. Again, the thing is as a play caller, Jason Pertzborn is marking that down, and he's going to come back to it, and they're going to, Kellen Scholes will be more calm when he has that play call again.
So it goes down, incompletion, 2nd and 5. Pitch, right side Molly, just like that one couple plays ago. But again, more flags.
Trying to get a little sloppy play here in the second quarter.
Well, this Beltline Bowl brought to you by JP Hair Design, the #1 barbershop in the area, located on Grand Canyon Drive in Madison. Call or check us out on Facebook to set up an appointment with one of our professional barbers. Become part of our family, JP Hair Design, bringing the community together.
That was a hold on the tight end there. Mitch Earl on Jake Ferguson.
So 2nd and 16 now after the penalty from the 32. Set up a little screen pass action to Molly. He'll keep staying on his feet, and he'll take it down to about the 16-yard line. That's near a first down.
I tell you, Eric, you know what makes a great play call? Great execution. And you can see all the linemen, number 50, number 79, number 77, all out in front of Cam Molly there. And they just went from 2nd and 16 to 3rd and a long 1. That's just a backbreaker if you're a defensive player for Memorial.
Well, 5 minutes until halftime. Up 10-0 already. And Molly out to about the 10-yard line. Will move the sticks. A Green Bay Packer first down and threatening once again.
You see Middleton just showing their muscle. They know that we're bigger than you. We're going to line up in our heavy set. You got number 45, number 59 leading the way on that toss. And again, Cam Molly is getting 4, 5, 6 yards down the field before he's even getting touched by a defender. And that's not a good sign for a defense.
Well, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
I think this is a good timeout by Coach Galindo right here. They need to regroup.
Timeout taken by Memorial. We'll take a break as well. We'll be right back for more Beltline Bowl on CW57 Sports.
It's the great tan event at A-1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tan event going on now.
JP Hair Design is a proud supporter of high school athletics. The #1 barbershop in the area is located on Grand Canyon Drive in Madison. Call or check us out on Facebook and set up an appointment with one of our professional barbers and become part of our family. JP Hair Design, bringing the community together.
It's the great tan event at A-1 Furniture. Twin mattresses $99, queen sets $199, memory foam queen sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tan event going on now.
Back into Mansfield Stadium, I'm Eric Rogers with Coach Adam Smith. Middleton has a 10-0 lead over Madison Memorial, but they are threatening with a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. 5:39, it appears, left to go until halftime. So Kellen Schultz will take it with the I formation here with one receiver wide to each side. Schultz with the snap. Will fake the handoff and almost run right into the defender, and somehow he's still going. Thought about running, he's going to throw it instead. And into the end zone and incomplete, but a flag was down. So we'll check on the flag. Is holding against Middleton as Schultz was face deep in some green jersey.
I quite can't see where the holding took place. Looks like it was in the behind the play, and Kellen Schultz does a great job of tiptoeing the line of scrimmage there and buying time and finding a receiver down the field. He thought at times he could have ran it and gotten just as productive of a play, but I think he was trying to go for the touchdown there. It's unfortunate on the backside. It had nothing to do with the play whatsoever. You have a holding call. I believe that's the 3rd holding call on Middleton so far tonight.
Well, it's about the 5th penalty on just this drive alone. So from the 21-yard line, pitch. And not a whole lot on that one. If anything, going to Molly once again.
Travis Meyer, number 58, does a great job of getting through the offensive line, causing Cam Molly to have to change directions. And then nobody blocks number 5, Jason Weah. That's just an easy play. It's a great job by Memorial's defense right there. Again,
well, also getting in on it was Howden. Under 5 minutes to play now until halftime. 2nd down from the 22-yard line. They lost a yard. Schultz standing in the pocket, dumps it down to Molly, and he'll take it to about the 10.
Again, Kellen Schultz has had all day to throw. The offensive line of Middleton is doing a heck of a job on their pass pro. Memorial has done very, very little to create a pass rush outside of blitzing. And when you can put Cam Molly against the linebacker, he's going to win that matchup a lot of times.
And the ball on the 12-yard line officially. It's 3rd and goal. Plenty of time. Looking right side in the corner and overthrows out of the backside of the end zone, looking for Mitch Hurl.
And Kellen Schultz want that one back. They had a great play call there. Wide side of the field on a slant corner route there, post corner. Got a good rub. He's wide open. You just got to give him a chance to catch the ball there, and he threw it right out of bounds.
Well, it's never bad when you have Declan Winery, who hit a 33-yarder earlier in the game. So it'll be about a 29-yarder. The kick is good. And now a 13-0 advantage for Middleton after the field goal by Winery. 2 for 2 today. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on CW57 Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
The Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar celebrates 45 years of service. The Nitty Gritty has been voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit us at thegritty.com and like us on Facebook.
And here's the kickoff after the field goal. Taken at the 2-yard line and
bring that out.
Into the end zone it goes. It'll be a touchback starting at the 20-yard line. Will be Madison Memorial faced with a 13-0 deficit.
And they got to get some points coming out.
Moral victory, though, for the defense eventually.
Absolutely. The last 2 drives that Middleton has had, the Memorial's done a great job, especially after that first drive when Middleton so methodically marched it right down the field for a touchdown. They've done a great job of holding them to field goals and really keeping them in this game. And they got to continue to drive the ball down the field. They got to get some points out of this drive right here. Memorial does.
So they go to Jack and Dringa, the fullback on the carry. Not much. This game brought to you by CW57's Talk with the Town. It's a talk format presenting fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format, providing one-on-one analysis of current issues. They're down to 4 minutes until halftime. Middleton leads 13-0, but Memorial with a chance to answer on this drive. And right. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, goes incomplete. So it's a good job defensively, just got to get the hand up there.
You catch defensive linemen if they cannot get to the quarterback. You get your hands up, read the quarterback's eyes, see when his hand comes off the ball, and get your hands up, and it's a good job. Again, that was the potential first down in that play right there. Sets up a 3rd and long.
Officially a 3rd and 7 from the 23. I formation, handoff, and still churning. Going to be a couple of yards short, but great carry. That's Ryan Murphy. 41 yards and a touchdown last week against West. But waits. The ball apparently came out.
That's a huge turnover.
Anyone was able to see that.
That is a huge turnover.
Let's see if we can see that ball squirt out there.
Like number 15.
Tough to tell, but
yeah, we're blocked with all the bodies, but they felt that the ball was out. And again, we're supposed to, till the whistle blows, you're getting after it, and the ball's on the ground. Middleton was able to jump on it, and you never know when you leave it up to officials sometimes, you never know what they're going to decide. And they decided that ball was out in a fumble, and Middleton is set up really nice here to really take a very demanding lead in this game.
3.5 to play until halftime with a 13-0 lead. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Now Middleton's going to go for the dagger right here.
Schultz will go deep, looking for Hurl. And he caught the ball. They do call that a touchdown. Unbelievable catch. And that's Mitch Bacon.
Mitch Earl. Number 9. Isn't it?
Number 9 is 85.
Oh, I apologize.
Mitch
apologize. Bacon. Got my Mitches mixed up there. Mitch
That'll
Bacon, 5'11", acting like 6'4" right there.
Yeah, so far
Way
this
to get up
season,
and get that ball.
Before this game, had 16 receptions, 194 yards, 48 yards per game, but a big catch there to put Middleton up 20-0. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more Beltline Bowl on CW57 Sports.
The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County is a nonprofit youth development organization that serves nearly 3,000 young people every year. Our vision is to inspire and empower all young people to reach their full potential as productive, responsible, and caring adults. Our mission is to be the leader in youth development programs by developing partnerships to produce positive outcomes for young people, families, and communities. For more information, go to bgcdc.org or call 608-257-2606.
This message is brought to you by Saris Cycling Group.
And here we will have the kickoff now after the touchdown to Mitch Bacon. As you called, Adam, to just go for the dagger right away, and instead of answering the 13-0 deficit, Middleton comes over with the strip fumble and goes and throws a touchdown pass of their own. The Memorial will try again on this drive. Beltline Bowl brought to you by The Restaurant Show. It's Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life's too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on The Restaurant Show. Emmett Enright will get this offense back on the field, trying to lead them for a score before halftime. Down 20-0 right now, but we've seen turnarounds so far. High school football, anything can happen. We got a flag on the play already. Jason Wea swallowed up.
I don't know if they had enough guys. And if they didn't have enough guys, that means they didn't have enough people on the line of scrimmage.
So yes, a procedure against Memorial.
Again, a lot of mental mistakes here by Memorial this evening.
Penalty decline because of the short run. Picked up about a half yard on the carry for Wea.
I bet Middleton is looking to get this ball back. I mean, it proved they got a good kicker who can make field goals. They want to
got a leg on him.
They want to end this game at halftime, which is unfortunate for us.
Enright throws that ball into traffic. Another flag comes in. So that's what we're hearing from the coaches, is that Memorial's left guard, Isaac Keisley, was the one who caught the pass somehow.
Well, that was number 82 who caught the pass.
So he got up the field, though.
Alex Battaglia did a nice job catching that ball in traffic.
And the pass interference was the official call against Middleton.
Well, you can decline that penalty. You're going to get the first down.
All season long, these games brought to you by A-1 Furniture and Bedding. We want to thank them for being our official Bowl Series sponsor. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. Also, the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on their involvement, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. So 2:55 on the clock here until halftime, down 20-0. Enright will take the shotgun snap, and once again a flag.
We have a false start on number 66 there.
This game also brought to you by Girl Talk. CW57's Girl Talk is a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. If you want to be on Girl Talk, call 608-270-5700 or check us out on CW57.tv. And a run play up the middle from Jason Wea. Not much. It was 2nd and 15, and now the clock will continue to tick down towards the 2-minute mark.
I really don't know what Memorial's doing right here. They're not, and it seems like there's no sense of urgency.
Timeouts.
Here you got the running back running 30 yards down the field after the play is whistled dead.
Out of shotgun this time. And he'll run it. Enright will get out of bounds. And shoved by linebacker Peyton Brunker.
That's just
for the flag.
Poor decision by him. Enright does a great job of getting up the field. Good block by number 17, Drake Singleton, to allow Enright to get the edge and get out of bounds. They're going to attack on 15 yards there.
And wow, that really wasn't like a big hit or anything. It was just late.
I think the officials are not letting anything go. They understand the situation. It's 20-0. It's homecoming. These are rivals. They're not going to allow anything to happen where there could be a potential scuffle or whatnot.
Well, it places the ball at midfield down 20-0, but with 1:52 on the clock and 2 timeouts, Memorial will have a chance here. We'll see if they can move the ball. They haven't done a great job the last couple drives. Enright will throw a bubble out to the left side and get his receiver. I believe that was Battaglia, who will take it for a Green Bay Packer first down.
Yeah, Battaglia did a great job of taking that bubble screen 12 yards and getting it up the field, and first down and out of bounds. It's a great block up at the top of the field again by Singleton. It's a good first down play right there.
Minute and a half until halftime. Ball is on the 39-yard line.
You see the defense that Middleton is playing. They're playing the pass, a little prevent, something they've always done with these 3 deep safeties. Leaves the middle of the field wide open here.
And now we get the clock rolling after the snap. And throwing on the screen, or the slant pass, trying to get the ball into Henry Howden.
Howden in that situation has got to do a better job stemming up the field to create separation before breaking inside.
This game brought to you by the Green Bay Packers, who are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. And here's a 2nd and 10 situation. And Enright will keep it himself, get a couple yards. Curious.
It is a very
decision
curious
there as
play
well.
on 2nd and long, 1.5 minutes left, and you're running a quarterback lead.
Well, as the clock continues to tick, not seemingly to be in a huge rush to get on and off the field. 3rd and 7 from the 37. Enright gets the snap and fakes the handoff. Looks right. Diving out for the ball. I think that's Battaglia. It is. Goes incomplete. 4th and 7.
It's a great effort by Battaglia there. And now what do? You're down 20-0. It's 4th and 8. 37-yard line.
Well, and that might be enough time for Middleton to put something together, at least get in field goal range. They have those 2 timeouts, so you're really taking a risk if you go for it here.
That's a good timeout by Coach Galindo here. You really got to talk this over. In this situation, I would go with what the players say. It's their team, it's their night, it's homecoming.
So let's take a quick break. We'll step aside. I'll be right back. CW57 Sports.
If you really do this, you're gonna make mistakes. But the good you do will far outweigh the bad. What if I'm not a hero? You can be better, making a difference, saving people in a flash.
Mansfield Stadium here. Eric Rogers with Coach Adam Smith for the Beltline Bowl presented by A-1 Furniture and Bedding. We want to thank Mr. Paul Canarella and all the good people over there for supporting us this season as our official Bowl Series sponsor. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. The Cardinals lead the Spartans 20-0, but the Spartans have a decision to make here. They took that timeout on a 4th and 7 on Middleton's 37-yard line, and they've elected to appear to go for it here with 3 wide receivers to the right and 2 to the left. End right pressure, and the pass will be caught, I believe. The official will say it's caught, but it's going to be short of the sticks, it looks like.
And Jake Ferguson in that ran a nice hook route, which is a great route in this situation if you have the time, but you have to run it past the first down marker. He ran it short of the first down marker.
That might not have even been a catch.
It might not have reached him anyway, but at least as a receiver, you have to run your route to the first down mark, and with a hook, you run it 2 yards past so you can make your way back towards the ball.
Well, it is a turnover on downs, and there's 40-some seconds left until halftime. Middleton with the ball, the lead, and 2 timeouts.
And plenty of time for them to get into field goal range.
And Winery has shown that he can definitely boot it. Instead, they go with the running play, and
they also may be very content to go into halftime with a 20-0 lead.
That's something. This game brought to you by the Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar. They've been voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. So stick around for halftime here, where we have Jessa and Janet standing by with the principal of Memorial. We also have the cheer coach of Memorial, Laura Harrington, athletic director Jeremy Schlitz, and Memorial Booster Club member Peggy Dahman. And that is the half. So we will send it away. We'll be back with some halftime activities. You've been watching the Beltline Bowl on CW57 Sports.
If you really do this, you're gonna make mistakes. What if I'm not a hero? You can be better. Saving people in a flash.
The Daisy Cafe and Cupcakery. Welcome to your all-day cafe.
Ready for lunch? Try the Daisy Burger. It's a flavorful chicken patty mixed with bacon and sun-dried tomatoes. Served with your choice of Fiesta Veggie Slaw, edamame salad, breakfast potatoes, or chips. All for just $8.99.
Dinner calling your name? Try our latest dish, Chicken Acapulco, while our friendly waitstaff brings you one of our signature cocktails, wine, or Madison area beers.
The Daisy Cafe and Cupcakery. Great food, local art, and of course, cupcakes.
In the United States, there are over 500,000 accidents every year caused by somebody who is texting and driving.
It's hard to believe I even have to do a video right now asking people not to text and drive. There can be nothing that important that could cause you to text and potentially take a life.
Many people are killed every year because somebody is texting and driving.
Please be cautious, drive safe, don't text and drive.
Looking for some Halloween family fun? Screaming Acres is the place to be on October 3rd and 10th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. They're hosting a family fun haunted attraction called Boo for the Zoo with special ticket prices at only $15. $5 of every ticket that is sold on these nights will be going to the Henry Violet Zoo to help benefit the Arctic Passage. For more information, please go to screamingacres.com or call 608-669-2734. Then make sure to head over to Screaming Acres to go Boo for the Zoo.
Back in here to Mansfield Stadium for halftime of homecoming and the A-1 Furniture Beltline Bowl. We have Jessa and Janet standing by. So let's check out what we have going on down there on the field.
We only have the one mic, so we'll be passing it.
Hey, welcome back here to the A-1 Furniture Beltline Bowl. We're here at Madison Memorial where they are playing Middleton, and we are joined now by Principal Jay Afelt, who is the principal here at Madison Memorial. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So we're very excited about the homecoming. We get to watch some of the homecoming events here tonight. Talk to us about what's going on with homecoming this year.
Homecoming week is always just a really fun time for our school community.
a lot of long-lasting traditions. We have dress-up days each week, or each day of the week. Wednesday night, we always have our annual Light of Life walk. Over the years, we've raised over $50,000 for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Today, we have our pep rally, and now tonight, the big game and our homecoming dance tomorrow night. In just a few minutes here, students from all over the world who attend here at Memorial. We have students from 28 different countries. They're going to parade their flags across the field to recognize that this is homecoming from all over the world and not just from here around Madison. So.
Wow, what a neat tradition. That's a very cool thing. Lots of fun things going on. That's a new one I haven't heard yet, so congrats. What a fun thing.
Principal Affelt, I think that is a really neat idea. I'm glad you're doing that. So we've heard a little bit about a slogan called the Memorial Way. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how it fits in with Memorial?
Yeah, part of this lead up to this homecoming is, we have our 50th anniversary in the summer of 2016, and we're closing in on over 20,000 graduates. And over almost 50 years, we've developed our own way of doing things. And each year it's fun to see our upperclassmen slowly kind of mentor our underclassmen into what it means to be a Memorial Spartan, and the way that we treat each other, and the way that we form a family and a community as a school. And so, our former principal, Bruce Dahman, who passed away last spring, helped raise this school community, into a family, and we want to make sure that all of our students live out the Memorial Way as part of his legacy.
That's really, really neat. Thanks for telling us about that. Appreciate your time tonight. Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you so much.
Next, we have the cheer coach, Laura Harrington. Laura, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So word on the street is that you have a very special cheer team this year. Tell us why.
Well, we started off, the cheer team here at Memorial High School had only about 2 cheerleaders on, and this year we've brought up 13 members and have been working really hard, and we just had a tryout, and now we have 23 members on the team.
That's fantastic. That's got to be exciting for you and the girls.
It really is. It's a lot of fun. They've been working extremely hard. We got new uniforms to show off their skills, and I'm so proud of them. They're doing so well this year.
Excellent. New uniforms always make it better.
Right.
So you must be so proud. What a great accomplishment to go from so few to so many. And talk to us a little bit about what's unique about the cheer team here.
Well, this year, and the first time here at Memorial history, we have a co-ed team. So we've recruited some gentlemen that really want to come out and be a part of our cheer team going on.
Wow, how exciting is that? Well, you got a very well-rounded group, and they're doing a great job tonight cheering on the home team.
Yes, thank you so much.
Well, thanks for joining us and sharing a little bit about the team. And thank you for watching. We're going to be back. We're going to go to a short commercial break, but we've got lots more halftime show coming up right here on the A-1 Furniture Belt Bowl, so stick around.
You've heard about clearance sales before, where you save 20, 30, 50% off, but with markups? How do you know if you saved anything? On America is clearing out electronics, tools, TVs, and DVD movies. 50% off, no markups. Like this Panasonic 55-inch smart TV, only $400. This MacBook Pro was $14.99. I'm clearing it out for just $7.50. So much more, and 2 Vs for 3 Vs. 2 DVDs, just $3 every day. It's clearance time at your neighborhood Pawn America.
JP Hair Design is a proud supporter of high school athletics. The #1 barbershop in the area is located on Grand Canyon Drive in Madison. Call or check us out on Facebook and set up an appointment with one of our professional barbers and become part of our family. JP Hair Design, bringing the community together.
Mom, she doesn't have to watch. Of course I'm gonna watch. You guys got me hooked on these things.
When you lose your virginity, you can never go back.
You're pregnant.
But I've never had sex. I'm not ready to be a mom.
Be brave.
My whole life, I try to do everything right so that
So you won't turn out like me. Maybe you're underestimating her. What are you doing here?
trying to be brave.
Jane the Virgin. Series premiere Monday, October 13th.
Welcome back from the break. We're on the sidelines at the A-1 Furniture Beltline Bowl, where the Madison Memorial Spartans are playing the Middleton Cardinals. Right now, joining us, we have the athletic director, Jeremy Schlitz, from Madison Memorial. Thanks for your time, Jeremy.
Thanks for being here.
So let's take a little break from football and talk about what else is going on in athletics. I hear you have some successful club sports. Tell us about that.
Yeah, you know, we're lucky enough to have about 600 kids that are able in the fall to participate in our WI sports, and then we are able to supplement that with hundreds of kids either doing our ultimate frisbee, lacrosse, our drama debates, forensics group's really big. It's really nice to get all these kids involved in so many different ways.
I've heard good things about the ultimate frisbee. They've done some tournament wins, or?
Yeah, we've been very lucky to be able to host some tournaments here, and long tradition with a long-time staff member that's really brought that and brought an excellent culture and something that the kids want to be connected with.
Excellent, thank you.
So, and I think I heard you mostly club sports here. So do you ever foresee being WIAA sports anytime in the near future?
You know, we offer all 23 sports that WIAA currently sponsors. The ones I see possibly joining from the other WIA, and I think that's when we would add them, would be possibly lacrosse, which is really growing in popularity right now.
Well, very good. Well, you guys are doing a great job. We're enjoying watching the game and coming out here to this great spot. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
We're going to grab Peggy Dahman, come on in. And she is with the Booster Club here at Madison Memorial. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. So we get to interview you in front of this fun, gigantic trophy, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about the Booster Club, and you're a friendly face over at the concession stands. How much work does it take to get this whole thing up and running and help the fans get fed?
Not a lot of work. There's a lot of teams and parents that come in and help, so it's just shopping and stocking before the game, and our parents are all helping in there right now.
Excellent. Well, you're doing a great job. We're going to come grab a snack in a little bit here.
So some folks, Peggy, may recognize you only with your tongs in hand, but I hear that you are also a familiar face inside the school. Is that true?
That's true.
Tell us what you do.
I'm one of the 4 school secretaries at Memorial. I represent the Fox neighborhood, and I've been here for about 20 years.
20 years. Wow, no wonder you're such a familiar face. And you're still involved with the concessions, even though you said your kids have graduated long ago?
Yep, our kids graduated 8 and 10 years ago, so I'm still there doing hot dogs.
Well, that's an important job. Someone's got to do it.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming over and giving us some time. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the A1 Furniture Beltline Bowl.
You want to attend college so you can pursue your goals, but you may not be able to afford it. At ITT Tech, we're doing something to put a degree financially within your reach. The new ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship is now available to eligible students who qualify. Since 1969, ITT Technical Institutes have helped students develop skills and knowledge to help them pursue careers in promising fields. And now we're helping eligible and qualified students with financial assistance. Our schools of study include information technology, electronics technology, drafting and design, business, and criminal justice. We believe education is a sound investment. At ITT Technical Institute, we're working to help reduce the cost to eligible students who qualify. Make a choice that can make a difference. To find out more about the ITT Tech Opportunity Scholarship, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web. ITT Technical Institute. Education for the future.
Welcome back into Mansfield Stadium. The Middleton Cardinals lead the Madison Memorial Spartans 20-0 here in the Beltline Bowl after the first half. I'm Eric Rogers with Coach Adam Smith. Adam, we saw plenty of penalties so far in the first half, 6 penalties apiece, 65 yards against Middleton's 52 yards against Memorial. The rushing yards, it's split 18 carries for 79 yards for Middleton, 13 carries, 57 yards from Memorial. Passing 175 yards from Middleton, 59 on the ground, or actually passing through the air for Memorial. So we're just looking at the first half stats. It's all been Middleton, but not that Memorial hasn't had their chances.
Memorial's definitely had their chances. They've had some very unfortunate or untimely penalties, and some of them just mental penalties. And coaches, you know, as a coach, you hate to have those mental penalties. You can live with a hold every once in a while, or even a late hit, because those are effort, you know. But the lining off sides, or the face mask, or just silly plays.
Well, they had a procedure penalty. They had not enough men on the field penalties.
Again, that comes down to discipline. That comes down to coaching, and those are things that need to be taken care of at halftime and during the course of the week, so that those things aren't happening during the course of the game. This is an important game. This is Memorial's season is on the line right now. They have to win this game in order to be in the playoffs. And the sense of urgency when they have the ball and time at the end of the first half was brutal. The play calling was not it wasn't a 2-minute offense there. There wasn't a sense of urgency there, not only by the players, but by the coaching staff. And that's the thing that, as a coach and a father that has kids in this system, it's frustrating because there's opportunities, like you said, where there's 5 in the box and they're still trying to throw the ball, or the box is loaded and they're trying to run it, or it's a minute and a half left and they're running a quarterback lead on third down. You can't have that. You can't have that. And if Memorial has shown over the course of the first half that they can move the football and they can stop Middleton. Again, we talked about it in pregame. They have to put it together for 4 quarters, and they can get back into this game. They have the weapons to get back in this game, and Middleton has proven to turn the ball over in the second half. Just last week, 2 turnovers that allowed Sun Prairie to not only get back in that game but win it. And you guarantee that's a focus of them to hold on to the ball. Coach Simon's probably, again, ball security in the second half here. Let's come away with a win. But Memorial is also preaching we got to get some takeaways. We got to get some points on the board. We got to make some plays. So again, talk all the adjustments you want. Comes down to players making plays, and Memorial's got to do a better job of playing fundamentally sound, smart football, and they can get back in this game.
Well, and that, just comes down to the fact that, Sun Prairie defeated Middleton last week. It's not that, they might have provided a little bit of a blueprint of sorts that, this team can be beat. You force those turnovers. You put them into situations where they're playing from behind, causing them to make some mistakes, and, anything can really happen when it comes down to it. Middleton's obviously made some more plays, and even they get in those situations. You have a field goal kicker like Winnery, who can hit those big 30, 40-yard, probably even more field goals. So you're just going to have to put them in those situations and play the field. So we'll be right back with a second half, the kickoff of the second half of this Beltline Bowl, and we'll find out who is victorious in this contest. It's 20-0 Cardinals over the Spartans. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Justin Riley, your host for Community Connections, sponsored by TDS. We're here at the Ronald McDonald Family Room at St. Mary's Hospital in Madison, and I'm sitting here with Brian and Kelly Schneider and their daughter, Sadie. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So, what originally brought you to St. Mary's Hospital?
Well, we are from Fort Atkinson, and that is the hospital there is where we would have gone to for our pregnancy. And at 32 weeks, my wife was diagnosed with HELLP syndrome, and they decided then to send us to St. Mary's here in Madison because they were better equipped to handle that scenario. And 48 hours later, we had our daughter, Sadie.
Excellent. And how has the Ronald McDonald Family Room helped your family?
The Ronald McDonald Room gave me a place to stay every night while our daughter was in the hospital. She was here for about a month before we were allowed to take her home. And while she was here, Ronald McDonald House gave me a place to stay so that I basically was able to live at the hospital with her, and I didn't have to worry about commuting in the winter back and forth to Fort Atkinson.
So what's one thing that you would like people to know about Ronald McDonald House Charities here in Madison?
But I think people should know that it's available to them. We had no idea what Ronald McDonald House did for families that had children in the hospital until it happened to us, and obviously we never expected it to happen to us, but just so that people know it's available and you can stay here and not feel guilty about it.
And I would hope that people wouldn't be so timid to use the facility. They're here to help. They do a great job making life easier for you, even though it's probably one of the most stressful times of your life.
Brian and Kelly and Sadie, thank you for joining us today. You can find out more at www.rmhcmadison.org. Thanks for watching Community Connections, sponsored by TDS.
Back here at Mansfield Stadium, the west side of Madison, where the Memorial Spartans trail the Middleton Cardinals 20-0 at halftime of the A-1 Furniture Beltline Bowl. I'm Eric Rogers with Coach Adam Smith. We want to thank A-1 Furniture and Bedding for being the sponsor of this bowl and all the other bowls this year. A-1 Furniture, betting over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. Middleton should be, if I'm not mistaken, kicking off to Memorial to start the second half, so we'll see what kind of adjustments they might be able to make. So we'll set the scene here, and we will be right back for that second half kickoff. You're watching the Beltline Bowl on CW57 Sports.
Catch the best high school football all season long on CW57 Sports. Next week, the Vikings of Stoughton head west on Highway 138 to Panther Stadium to take on the Oregon Panthers. Next Saturday at 6 p.m. and next Sunday at 3 p.m. only on CW57 Sports.
And back in here again, I'm Eric Rogers, Coach Adam Smith. Adam, you talked a little bit about some of the missed opportunities by Memorial, and we kind of saw your coaching side come out a little bit. Now, just from Middleton's point of view, they haven't been perfect either.
No, they haven't. They've struggled at times, and again, that's because Memorial has played, good plays at times. They've been able to get penetration, and they've been able to make tackles and defense the ball. But they just haven't been able to put it together consistently. And I'm sure Coach Simon was in that locker room at halftime preaching ball security, preaching being smart, get out of – they're in the driver's seat right here, 20-point lead. Now, we're not throttling down right now, but they can't do anything stupid to let Memorial back into this game on their homecoming, their home field, as desperate as they are to get this win to keep in contention for playoffs. They're doing everything possible to maintain this 20-point lead and put the dagger in them early in this third quarter. And Memorial, again, Coach Galindo's in the locker room. Got to cut out the stupid mistakes. We got to get some turnovers, and we got to sustain a drive and get some points out of a drive. And they got to get the ball to playmakers. You talk about Jason Weah, you talk about Jake Ferguson. How many times has Jake Ferguson touched the ball once? You got Henry Howden at 6'4", playmaker. They got him the ball a couple times in the first quarter, but haven't since. And let's see if they come out on this first drive of the second half and try to get the ball to their playmakers and count the box. You're a spread offense. You got to count the box.
Here is the second half kickoff. Will be taken at the 5-yard line on the right hash. And out on the edge to, let's say, close to the 30-yard line where the Memorial offense will start out. Actually, Adam, as we were looking at the pregame notes here, Memorial was actually chosen by the coaches to finish second in the Big 8 Conference coming into this season. They're sitting at 2-3 right now and tied for 6th.
Again, it's been a very disappointing season so far. They can still salvage it again. There's plenty of time for them to get back in this game and even win it. But again, they got to be smart about it. They got to get some turnovers, and they got to get the ball to their playmakers.
Well, Emmett Enright will take over and take the reins here, and 4 for 12 for just 59 passing yards. Come out in the I formation here and hand it off. It would appear to Jason Weah.
Again, they don't have the horses to line up toe-to-toe in an I formation against Middleton and try to run the ball like this consistently. You see number 40 sitting there unblocked, making the tackle at the line of scrimmage. I mean, they cannot do this. They got to get into their spread, get the ball to their playmakers.
How much is it about setting it up, and does that set up other plays, or is it just an absurd call?
I don't necessarily think it's an absurd call. It's just, again, I don't think they're playing to their strengths.
And Howden somehow came away with that ball as the defender had a jump on it. And Enright threw it right on him, but not the best thrown ball.
Well, the thing is, it was
right
on
over
time.
The corner, Alex Wood.
Yeah, it was on time, and he, again, pre-snap read, he decided I'm going to my 6'4" receiver, guy that can make plays, and he just made a play right there. And again, wasn't a very smart decision, but he trusted Howden to make a play, and he did, and it's a first down.
On the 42-yard line. They'll give it to Weah, who will power for about 7 yards on the carry.
And it's nice to give the fullback a...
Yeah, Jack and Dringa, actually, the second carry of the night.
get him a bone every once in a while for blocking so hard. Did a good job on getting, usually you just expect those plays to get 3-4 yards. Did a nice job to get 8. Keep those legs churning.
Well, so here we have Ndringa, the fullback, and Wea, the tailback. And here again in that I formation. Fake to the fullback this time and go to Wea, who's nearly escapes the tackle, and he's taken down for a loss of a couple.
Well, Jason Wea missed Isaac Keesley's block right there. There's a kick-out block that was supposed to happen, and he took that ball way too fast. There's the kick-out. He had a lane. If he cuts up the back of number 55, he had number 78, John Adams out in front. And it could have been a whole different play if you just would have tempoed down a little bit, read the block, cut off of it, and got up the field.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Spartans. Down the middle of the field, he has his man. If I'm not mistaken, that was Alex Battaglia again.
89.
It was not Battaglia, it was instead. We don't have an 89 on the roster.
We would have had an 89 on the roster, exactly. That's why we don't know his name.
Not even on the official roster.
Hold him off the bleachers.
Well, it worked, and it picks up a Green Bay Packer first down, ball on the 32-yard line. Pre-snap penalty. And there goes Wea running almost into the end zone again. So, illegal procedure against Memorial. While we have a second, we want to thank the Green Bay Packers. They are proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information on the Packers' involvement in youth and high school football, please visit packers.com/youthfootball. It'll be a 5-yard variety for that penalty. 1st and 15 from the 37 now. Still 20-0. They're facing that deficit, Memorial is, but they are moving down the field, except for this time they went backwards. Enright drops back into double coverage just off the outstretched hands. I think he went to Jake Ferguson on that one. So
that's a good ball. He put a ball at only the place where Jake was going to be able to get that.
One of the few times he's targeted him tonight. And right now, 2nd and 15 from the 37. Looking left. Throws it over the head of Howden and picked. And the officials should be calling for, well, the Middleton staff thinks they had an illegal block against themselves, but the interception goes to Max Bainan, who had 10 tackles, a forced fumble, and an interception last week. Add another interception to the stat sheet.
Again, it just not very balanced. Weight was on his back foot when he threw that pass, and that's why it went high. Actually, wasn't even a great read because Howden was covered. And again, Memorial will take 2 steps forward and then 4 steps backwards. They did a great job of working the ball down the field, having some playmakers make some plays, and then they get an illegal procedure penalty, and right after that they throw a pick.
So now both teams already with another penalty here in the second half, costing Memorial that possession there. They were driving, and then Schultz with the interception, and now, it was Enright with the interception. Now Schultz will fake the handoff and look for the fullback, and there's another flag.
Another block in the back.
So he got that ball out to Eric Karwoski.
You can see the deficiencies of Memorial's defense is they're trying to blitz to create pressure, but they're leaving areas open where it's easy for a quarterback to find a receiver in the vacated area where they're blitzing, and it's just That was just a simple play right there. That was a very easy read for the quarterback to make in that situation. And they got bailed out by a block in the back.
Well, out of the I formation, they will pitch off the left side. Molly waiting for the blocks to set up. Not much. He ran all the way across the field for minimal yardage.
That was a great job of spilling that play to the sideline, and Cam Molly had nowhere to go whatsoever. He just had to try to keep following blockers until he could get up the field. That's number 10. Doing a great job of spilling that.
Blake Complin.
Blake Complin, yes, thank you. Blake Complin did a great job of spilling that to the sideline and not allowing Cam Molly to get up the field.
Well, they fake the handoff again and rolling. A wobbly pass on the middle of the field. That one nearly intercepted by Memorial. Another flag. It's got to be some sort of record here tonight.
Well, you had Eric Karowski wide open at a 10-yard out. I don't know why he tried. I mean, Mitch Hurl has done a great job of catching the ball for him, but he threw within, there's 3 people right in the middle of the field. You can see number 44 come out. He's wide open, open to the flat. They call the pass interference on Memorial there, and again, Memorial bailing out Middleton in a situation where they had him pinned.
The 8th penalty here tonight against Memorial. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 41 for the Cardinals. It's still 20-0. We're about halfway through, nearly halfway through quarter number 3. Cam Molly will get the pitch off to the right side, jumps through the hole, and now off to the left side. And he's got Howden to beat. He's twisted out of bounds to the 25-yard line. A good 35-yard carry for Cam Molly.
That's great vision by Cam Molly there. Take the pitch to the right side towards that bunch set. Gets through the line, cuts back, breaks a tackle, and over pursuit by Memorial's defense. Just allows a cutback lane, and Howden is able to track him down, throw him out of bounds.
Thanks. All right, well, actually I was just informed there is a switch at quarterback here. I can see that it's Brett Jors at quarterback for Memorial, or for Middleton. We'll get a couple carries for Molly while Jors will get his reps.
Molly does a nice job of bouncing that to the outside.
And Middleton must feel pretty comfortable with where they're at, up 20-0 and driving. If you put in Brett Jors, I don't have any stats on him so far this season, but here he is with the full package there behind him. A good protection to run out to the right side, but being chased, he's going to have to just run it. He'll take the little hit out of bounds and be close to the sticks. And Jors a good little run there, and he will move the chains. A Green Bay Packer first down for Middleton.
Jors does a nice job of making the right decision in that case. He didn't have anything. He was rolling. Only like to see that ball tucked in the outside arm, but did a great job of getting outside, getting that first down. Anytime you can move the sticks, he just knew he wasn't going to be able to pass it. He was able to get out of their outstretched arms of Andriga there.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. So we got Middleton coaches not liking the formation there from tight end Hurls.
I'm not liking the
Pass
defensive
incomplete.
alignment by Memorial. They're leaving that backside corner all by himself with no help. And I don't know why Middleton hasn't taken advantage of it, because if I was up here, I'd be all day on that one-on-one on press coverage. Woo.
Maybe we can get another look at that play just to kind of point that out. But
usually against trip set, especially trips bunch, you're going to either push an outside linebacker into the slant lane or have help over the top. and Memorial didn't do that.
Pitch off to the left side is a Molly waiting for that block. Gets it, but he steps backwards and he loses a couple of yards. Or at least he could have gained a couple extra yards, but he steps sideways.
Yeah, a little undecisive by his running right there. And again, right now he's got to get up the field, cut up the block of number 44 there. You know, Eric Kowalski, get his pads going north and south, and he might have been able to stretch that into the end zone, but instead now they're on, 3rd and 3 from the 6-yard line.
And they go I formation. Middleton does, and Jors, he has yet to throw a pass. A timeout taken by Memorial as Middleton was threatening, so we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with more.
What's your family's situation? Time to remodel your kitchen? That can be exciting and daunting. No worries for Janet and Claire. It was smooth sailing with their Dura Supreme kitchen from Bella Domicile. They said that their kitchen designer was engaging, took their input seriously, and kept them informed every step of the way. Bella Domicile is not package-oriented, we're you-oriented. At Bella Domicile, our name means beautiful home. Custom cabinetry and design for your kitchen and bath. Nesbitt Road, Madison.
Back into Madison West Madison West and Memorial Stadium, the Mansfield Stadium, where the Spartans and the Cardinals are battling it out, but Spartans being pushed backwards defensively as Middleton looking to pad this 20-0 lead. 5.5 to play in quarter number 3. It's going to be 3rd and 3 from the 7-yard line with new quarterback Brett Jors, who I was corrected has one pass on this drive, an incompletion to Eric Karwoski. This time they go the big package again. Looks like design quarterback run. He'll be hammered. He's going to be close.
It's an interesting formation right there with a quarterback, boot out to the outside. Great block by number 59.
And you see Jason Weah, the running back for Memorial, in there on the tackle. So if we can't quite see what the measurement is on that.
Looks like it's a first down.
And it is a Green Bay Packer first down. It'll be 1st and goal for Middleton, threatening here. This game brought to you by JP Hair Design, the #1 barbershop in the area, located on Grand Canyon Drive in Madison. Call or check us out on Facebook. Set up an appointment with one of our professional barbers. Brett Jors looking to put a touchdown on the board for his offense, gives it to the fullback. Gains about a yard on the play.
Memorial does a nice job there. Again, goal line defense, low man wins. They do a nice job of out-leveraging Middleton's offensive line, getting penetration and stopping that play in its tracks.
Well, as you see, Kellen Schultz is back in, so maybe he just needed a breather. So it's 2nd and goal from the 2. Quarterback sneak, and the signal is touchdown. Kellen Schultz gets in, extends the lead to 26-0, pending the extra point.
Yeah, Middleton just a little bit bigger. Did a great job of leveraging Memorial's defensive line there, and you got to be ready for the quarterback sneak in that situation.
We'll see the extra point here. Be put up by Declan Winery, who's been perfect here so far tonight from 33 and 29, also on the extra points. Wait for some substitutions. The snap and the hold, the extra point is up, and it is good. So we will take a break where Middleton leads Madison Memorial 27-0.
Silvermine Subs, hot and cold subs made fast and delivery until 3 a.m.
Try the Cripple Creek sub made with grilled chicken breast, bacon, provolone, ranch, lettuce, and tomato served hot starting at just $4.39. Looking to feed a group? Choose from catering choices including our party platter that offers a delicious assortment of Silvermine subs and your choice of fresh baked bread or as wraps.
Silvermine subs. The Silvermine subs, they're the subs that you love. And remember, we deliver. Gonna dig it.
After the touchdown, the quarterback sneak by Schultz, it is 27-0. Cardinals over the Spartans in this Beltline Bowl. It hasn't quite lived up to the rivalry and the homecoming that Memorial expected, and they need to win this game, as Adam, you have said. Ball touched on the squib kick, and will be down and taken at the 20-yard line. We will send it down. We have some special guests down there on the field. What do we have, ladies?
All right, we're going to take a little sideline break here at the football game, the A-1 Furniture Beltline Bowl. We're joined now by Travis Wilson, who is the general manager and football writer for Wisconsin Sports Network. We're going to pick his brain a little bit. Welcome.
Thank you.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about these two teams. Middleton's really the favorite here, so give us the inside scoop, if you would, about Middleton.
Well, Middleton's a program that has always prided itself on its defense, and this game is a perfect example of that, having a shutout into the third quarter. Their offense has always been predicated on running the football. Cam Molly's done a great job, and Kellen Schultz has got a couple touchdown passes as well, so it's all clicking for Middleton tonight.
Yeah, it sure is, and I think Madison Memorial is going to have to pull something special out of their sleeve to turn it around in the second half. What do you think it would take, or what kinds of challenges do you see them facing at the rest of this game?
Well, the problem for Memorial has been not being able to put together consistent plays, not being able to stack success, as coaches like to say. They'll have two good plays, and then they'll have a bad play that puts them in a bad spot, maybe leads to a turnover, maybe puts them behind the chains, and just not able to get any consistency. Easier said than done to correct that, but they've got to be able to put together some kind of a drive, put together 8-10 positive plays in a row, and just get something going.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for your feedback.
So let's talk about playoffs for a second. If you could give us a little recap of what's been going on and what it's going to take for a team to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. There's 406 teams that play football in Wisconsin. Only 224 actually get into the playoffs. So you have to earn your way in. It's based on your conference record, how you finish in your conference. Long story short, if you finish over 500 in your conference, you're in the playoffs. If you finish at 500 in your conference, then you're on the bubble, and you might have to go to some tiebreaker procedures to see if you get in or not. Middleton can clinch a win, or can clinch a playoff spot with a win here tonight. And, if they get in, they've got a good shot to make some noise.
Excellent. Well, thank you for that. So just to recap for you, you're the general manager of WisSports.net. What can folks find on that website, WisSports.net?
Well, really, it should be a daily destination for any high school sports fan, whatever level of interest you have. If you're kind of a casual fan and you're just looking for your favorite team's score from last week or how they did this week, we have all of that covered with scores, rosters, stats, schedules for every team in the state. If you're more of a hardcore fan and you're looking for some in-depth analysis, recruiting news, breaking news type of stuff, we have all that covered as well. Across multiple sports, not just football. In the fall, we also cover volleyball, soccer, of course, basketball into the winter as well. So, whatever level of interest you have, we've got you covered, and make it a daily destination on WisSports.net.
Wow, that's impressive. What a great resource. Thanks a lot for your time. Eric and Adam, we're sending it back to you.
All right, well, thank you for that information, and actually it is interesting that he points out Middleton, they're well on their way to potentially clinching that playoff spot, and a 27-0 lead right now with under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. A couple plays by Middleton, a couple running plays actually by Memorial, setting up this 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line.
A couple good runs by junior Jason Wea, setting up this first down at midfield.
Well, they go to him again, and I thought he was stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he ends up bouncing off the defenders and picking up a couple extra.
Again, we talked about it. I mean, he's got great pedigree. His older brother is one of the fast receivers or fastest players at the University of Pitt football. You can tell he runs with great speed, accelerates his feet through contact. He's broken some tackles tonight. He's been one of the bright spots for Memorial's offense tonight.
This time they go fake, and really throwing across his body, just kind of an awkward throw from Enright. Pass goes incomplete. He had his body kind of twisted when he let the ball go, but this game, the Beltline Bowl, brought to you by CW57's Talk of the Town. Fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format, providing one-on-one analysis of current issues. 608-270-5700 or CW57.tv. Down to 2 minutes in the third quarter, facing a 3rd and 7 from the 45. A busted play. Losing your grip on the field there for Wea, sets up 4th down. Beltline Bowl brought to you by the Restaurant Show as well. It's Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life's too short to eat average. Just go skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on the Restaurant Show. Also, Girl Talk, a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. Here a 4th and 10, punting. Blake Complin. Punt released from the 45-yard line and taken at inside the 10 and out to about the 16-yard line is where Middleton will take over. Alex Wood, the cornerback, taking that ball, and now up 27-0 and 13 minutes and 7 seconds away from defeating Middleton on their or defeating Memorial on their homecoming and clinching a playoff spot. Could be a big night for Tim Simon's crew.
Anytime you can defeat someone on their home field, especially during their homecoming, secure a playoff spot. You know, one of the goals coming into a high school season for any team is get to 5 wins as fast as possible, and Middleton's doing a great job of finishing that up tonight.
Cam Molly with some room and just tripped up. And wow, another flag comes in. I think a potential hold. We'll send it down to the field and then we'll sort this out. We'll have that interview when we're ready for it. Sorry, I did that one prematurely, and we'll sort out the penalty here. We'll back up Middleton. A holding call on the play. So it's going to be 1st and. Let's send it down to the field here real quick.
Thanks, guys. We're back down on the sidelines, and with us we have the athletic director from Middleton, and this is Bob George joining us. Thanks, Bob.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Great. Nice to have you here. I already forgot what we were going to talk about. We were talking about so many things down here.
This trophy.
Oh, very important topic is the head coach of Middleton. Now, we understand that you might have something to do with the head coach of Middleton and his participation in athletics.
Well, actually, I had the fortune of being able to interview him when our last coach left us 11 years ago, and actually he was the right hire. We were able to bring him on, and obviously he's doing a very nice job.
You did something right after all, huh?
Yes,
Nice job.
So thanks again for taking a minute to chat with us here, and we're enjoying the game. You must be too. It's been a fun one for you, I bet.
Can't complain at 27-0.
Yeah, that's right. Well, again, thanks for taking a break from watching. We just actually chatted with Travis Wilson from Wisconsin Sports Network, and you got a Prep Cup ranking on that website, I understand, that you guys are doing very well in the rankings. So chat with us about that for just a minute.
Well, this was last year's rankings, and it's something that we've been in the top 10 for many years, but had an amazing year last year and actually fell 2.5 points short of winning the whole thing. We took 2nd last year.
All right, well, a very great accomplishment, and we'll look forward to seeing how you shake out this year. And this game is looking good, so this trophy might be in your case shortly.
We would love to have it. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for joining us. We'll get back to more football. Back to you guys.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
JP Hair Design is a proud supporter of high school athletics. The #1 barbershop in the area is located on Grand Canyon Drive in Madison. Call or check us out on Facebook and set up an appointment with one of our professional barbers and become part of our family. JP Hair Design, bringing the community together.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Twin mattresses $99, queen sets $199, memory foam queen sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
3 quarters of action down in the Beltline Bowl. 1 quarter to go, but Middleton seems to have this one pretty much in hand unless we have a crazy 4th quarter, but it's 27-0. Middleton has the ball right now. On the 34-yard line, they'll air it out. And it looks like some miscommunication between Schultz and Mitch Bacon. Connected on a touchdown pass earlier in the game.
It's like Mitch Bacon broke inside the defensive back when Kellen Schultz thought he would break outside the defensive back and misplaced the ball there. He got lucky that it was not picked.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Cardinals. And there Cam Molly will pick up a nice 7-8 yards on that carry on 2nd down, make it a very manageable 3rd.
Can expect Middleton to just keep running Cam Molly. They've been running him all game, and he's been doing a fine job getting 6, 7, 8 yards a carry, and let this clock run and get out of here with a win.
And here's 3rd and 3. He has 116 yards on the night up until that carry. So up over 120 on 22 carries. There's a fake handoff this time, nearly sacked on the backside, and the ball's tipped up in the air, and what a play made by the defensive back, Memorial.
That was Will Jessup.
Yeah, Will Jessup coming in, and number 19, the sophomore, the ball deflected off the hands of the receiver.
Will did a great job of staying with that ball. Again, another kid that I've coached since he was in 4th grade. Unfortunate, last year suffered a ACL tear. Has worked his way back up into the varsity defensive backfield, and a great concentration play right there to hopefully get something going from Memorial.
Well, this Beltline Bowl and the A1 Furniture Bowl Series brought to you by A1 Furniture and Bedding. We want to thank Mr. Paul Callarella and the good people over there for supporting us this whole season as our official Bowl Series sponsor. Over 30 years of providing the best prices and best service. Also, the Green Bay Packers, proud supporters of Wisconsin high school football. For more information, visit packers.com/youthfootball. 10.5 to play in this contest. 2nd and 9 from the 40-yard line for Memorial after the interception. They go the reverse, the fake, but this one will be kept by Enright, and he'll take it out past the sticks for a Green Bay Packer 1st down. A little misdirection and confusing the defense a bit.
Well, just enough that he was able to find a crease and get the 1st down. It was a nice job. You hear the coaches up here calling reverse, and I'm sure the kids on the field and on the sideline are yelling the same thing. Whenever you see that back, go back behind everybody. But if you're sound as a defensive, as a coach and player, and you're screaming CBR, which is cut back boot reverse, you should have people in position on both sides of the ball and maintain your responsibility and make the play. But that time Enright was able to find a crease and get the 1st down.
And the run by Jason Wea will make it 2nd and short here. Good run off to the left side. They'll give him 8. 2nd and 2 from the 41. And here's the reverse this time for real for the Spartans, and not quite enough to get to the sticks. A little too much east and west, not enough north and south. So it makes it 3rd and 3 for the Spartans. They'll appear to be in the I formation here now. Looking to power run against that big 4-3 defense of Middleton. This time they will go throwing and picked off, an easy call, and he's still on his feet. Taken down the 35-yard line. And that was Alex Wood, a senior cornerback. What an interception.
He just sat on that, wasn't pushed at all to be, a vertical route. Did a great job, and that's how you break on a ball in zone coverage.
So while we have a second, maybe we'll take a look down on the field. If we think we have some other activities down there on the field, I don't know if we're quite ready to set it down there, but after the interception, back and forth interceptions for both teams. Will Jessup thought he had Memorial set up for something good, and then Alex Wood says, nuh-uh, taking it back from my squad, and now Middleton again. Now here's the run up the middle, and not much, and there's a flag. Middleton coach is not liking the flag. Jason Wea with about a 6-7 yard carry. And Middleton hit with another penalty. So now it'll be backwards, first and 18 for the Cardinals, and now see they'll go to the ground again. Cam Molly, and he's getting on his horse. One man to beat, and he's taken down inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Madison Memorial selling out on the run. Again, understanding the situation, what Middleton's doing. Everybody up in the line, and Cam Molly is able to bust through there. Great blocking down the field by number 4 there, the receiver, and off to the races.
Well, he has yet to find the end zone, but he's over 150 yards rushing now at this point.
Again, he's been the workhorse, well over 20 carries, over 100 yards.
So now here they're set up, first and goal from the 7-yard line. And they'll go to Molly again, trying to reward him for his efforts so far. Gets inside the 5.
Again, in these situations, you like to see your ball carrier basically lower your pads and get up the field and get up there as much as you can. You see Cam Molly, he's done it periodically throughout the night, sometimes dancing in the hole. And again, tell your running backs, the first 5 are mine. You get those first 5 yards, and then you can dance a little bit if you have the opportunity to get by, get around somebody. But down here, it's no holds barred. You get your pad level down, you get your shoulder pads north and south, lower that center of gravity, and you get that ball in the end zone.
Well, here's the I formation. Second and goal from the 3-yard line. Trying to reward Molly, and he's met at the line of scrimmage, not even the line of scrimmage, and just driven backwards. Well read.
That's Jake Ferguson. Again, one of the best qualities he has is blitzing. He's able to time it up well and get right through right at the snap of the ball. Didn't have an opportunity even to get blocked. And a big play for Memorial's defense right here.
It's got to be frustrating when you get down inside the 10-yard line.
Tell you, it's the toughest place to score.
Right here.
It's easier to score from further away, believe it or not. You see it all the time. Red zone percentage. You see it as a stat during the NFL games, and it's a big time. It's one of the big 5 stats that you look at as your red zone scoring opportunities. And
well, they pitched to Molly, and this time once again met in the backfield. Again, led by Jake Ferguson, the linebacker. Who else? Now as we go under 7 minutes here, it's going to bring up a 4th down for Middleton.
This is always one of these tricky situations for coaches too, because you do have a field goal kicker. You're in field goal range, easy. It's an easy 3 points, but you're up 27-0. So sometimes what I used to do in these situations is go for it on 4th down and basically just say, I'm going to run right up the middle. If you stop me, you get the ball back. It's something Bill Belichick does as well.
Well, the 23-yarder is good. So it will now be 30-0 Middleton. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be back with more of the Beltline Bowl.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
JP Hair Design is a proud supporter of high school athletics. The #1 barbershop in the area is located on Grand Canyon Drive in Madison. Call or check us out on Facebook and set up an appointment with one of our professional barbers and become part of our family. JP Hair Design, bringing the community together.
It's the great tent event at A-1 Furniture. Twin mattresses $99, queen sets $199, memory foam queen sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A-1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
After the 23-yard Winnery field goal, Middleton now leads 30-0 in this Beltline Bowl. Not quite the close game we thought it would be. Fielded inside the 5-yard line. And roped down just past the 10. So it'll be another long field for the Spartans. So now we have looks like an injury down here on the field. This game brought to you by the Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar. It was voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Nitty Burger. Visit thegritty.com and on Facebook. Still down there on the field. Let's take a look down with Jessa and Janet, who are standing by down on the field.
We're going to take another little break down here at the sidelines at the A1 Furniture Beltline Bowl. I'm joined now by Emma and Emily, who are half of the management team for Memorial High School. And welcome, girls. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so I want to find out from your mouths, what exactly do you do here at the games?
Well, basically at games, we make sure all the boys are hydrated and we make sure that all the equipment's out, like all the headsets that the coaches use. And yeah, that's basically what we do at games.
Awesome. And how'd you get started in all this?
We basically got started because we thought it would be really fun to just get involved with the school, and the 4 of us are like best friends, and so we thought it would be really cool to do something, and this is what we do every single day. It's a lot of time, but it's really fun.
That's awesome. And you say normally you go sort of unnoticed, but you guys play a huge role in helping out these guys on the field. And talk to me a little bit about what it is that you have to do to prepare for a game. What kinds of things do you bring? Does it take a lot of prep?
Well, before a game, we have to get here like 3 hours earlier, and we have a golf cart that we use, and we pack it full of headsets and water buoys and water racks, ball bags, the net that the kicker uses, and yeah.
Awesome. So lots of stuff to get ready. You enjoy it though?
Yeah, we love it. We're seniors and we're sad to leave.
Well, I'm sure they'll be sad to see you go, but you're doing a great job. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll check in with you later. How's that sound? All right, guys, we'll get back to more football. Eric and Adam, back to you.
All right, and it is 2nd and 9 for Memorial. They pitch it out to Weah on the right, the near sideline, and he'll pick up a few to the 15-yard line. But this clock is winding down to 5.5 minutes. They're down 30-0 to Middleton. Now looks like we're getting a timeout once again. This time, I believe a Middleton, another injury timeout. Memorial once again. So let's take a commercial break. We'll step aside.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across Wisconsin. High school football offers students teachable moments that are unique to the education-based experience. Football provides the environment most conducive to those teachable moments and helps perpetuate an important and long-lasting national tradition. The Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
The Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar celebrates 45 years of service. The Nitty Gritty has been voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit us at thegritty.com and like us on Facebook.
In the United States, there are over 500,000 accidents every year
caused by somebody who is texting and driving.
It's hard to believe I even have to do a video right now asking people not to text and drive. There can be nothing that important that could cause you to text and potentially take a life.
Many people are killed every year because somebody is texting and driving.
Please be cautious, drive safe, don't text and drive.
We're taking a break down here at the sidelines. Thanks, guys. I have with me, in case you can't recognize, this is Bruce the Spartan from Memorial. Thanks for joining us, Bruce. Yeah. So, Bruce, how long have you been doing this important job? 2 years. Very good. So that means you're a little new, but you still got a little time under your belt. And I hear you're working on improving your game. Is that right? Yeah? So the word on the street is that you're going to be meeting with a real big shot mascot to give you some tips on being even a better mascot. Bucky Badger is what I hear. Is that right? You're going to meet with Bucky Badger. How awesome is that? What a lucky guy you are. And speaking of lucky, you get to hang out with the cheerleaders. That's a pretty good gig you got going on. Yeah, I figure so. So working on your moves, I hear you have a signature move. Do you want to show us? Would you mind? Oh, yeah, see, very impressive. More impressive and more important, though, is your name. I understand that you are named after the former principal, Bruce Dahman. Is that correct? You are Bruce the Spartan, named after him. And that's a big role for you, and you've got some pretty big shoes to fill. But then again, you've got some pretty big feet, too. I think you can do it. Thanks for your time. Really appreciate coming on. Back to you guys in the booth.
Well, thanks, Janet and Bruce down there. That was always informative. Henry Howden caught that pass over the middle and took another shot. He's really hanging on to some big, important catches. This ball lofted up in his direction again. Nearly comes up with it, but it also nearly intercepted. Just that ball falls incomplete. 2nd and 10, down 30-0. Memorial just trying to air it out here. This game brought to you by JP Hair Design, the #1 barbershop in the area, located on Grand Canyon Drive in Madison. Call or check us out on Facebook to set up an appointment with one of our professional barbers. Also, CW57's Talk of the Town. Fresh, lively discussions with Wisconsin's icons, leaders, movers, and shakers in a talk show format, providing one-on-one analysis of current issues. 2nd and 10 from the 32, 4.5 to play, down 30-0. And trying to juke out of the way. Enright, and he'll just step out of bounds. So this game's seeming to slip away here for Memorial on their homecoming.
Well, nobody open here. Does a great job of getting outside, tucking the ball, getting out of bounds. Good, smart decision with the ball right there. Again, you still, even though you're down, you don't want to start putting yourself in the bad habits and making bad choices. Still want to try to develop here, make good plays, try to build on for next week. They still have 3 more games to play, and they got to get through this season, and you want to go out on a good note. Well, so there's still things that you can continue to build on and get better at.
They'll drop to 2-4, and Middleton will improve to 5-1. So just a quick note is stick around for the trophy presentation, which would most likely go to Middleton after this game, and Tim Simon, his team. So we'll have that after the game. I'll have a little bit of interview down there on the field for the Beltline Bowl trophy. So let's take a quick commercial break while we're on timeout. We'll be right back.
The WIAA, in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers, is determined to preserve the excitement of Friday nights on high school football fields across the state of Wisconsin. Contrary to how some reports misrepresent the data available, the risk of serious injury in high school football is less than it has ever been. With better teaching, better rules, and better equipment, the Green Bay Packers and the WIAA encourage participation in the nation's most popular sport because it's fun, it's educational, and it's safer than ever.
The Nitty Gritty Restaurant and Bar celebrates 45 years of service. The Nitty Gritty has been voted best place to watch the big game and best burger. The Nitty Gritty is your official birthday bar and home of the famous Gritty Burger. Visit us at thegritty.com and like us on Facebook.
Eric Rodgers and Coach Adam Smith here at Mansfield Stadium, the west side of Madison, where Middleton leads Madison Memorial 30-0 in the A-1 Furniture Beltline Bowl. 4.5 remaining. But the Spartans with the ball in a 4th and 9 will go for it and try to prove they're better than they played so far. Down the middle of the field, caught. And if I'm not mistaken, is that Wea? No, that's Howden once again, the big target. There's quarterback, a runner.
There's one guy that hasn't given up. Not to say that Memorial is giving up, but he's fighting for everything. You see him there pushing a guy off, trying to jump over guys on balls, and he's really played his heart out tonight.
He's had plenty of targets his way because of his effort. There's a nice little pitch off to the running back after the reception. Tricky play from Memorial.
A little hook and ladder, having a little fun with the guys, and again, continuing to try things, continuing to build on things for next week. It's important that they try to keep these kids involved and keep their heads up. And
don't
it's
see
a nice
that play
play
too often.
You don't say the hook and ladder too much. I used to start that off my first year ever coaching youth football, 8th grade. We start the game off every game, hook and ladder.
Well, teach them some complicated plays, makes the rest easier. Rolling right, and right. Now looks, middle of the field for the ball up in the air and goes incomplete. He was looking for Jack Swenson in the slot.
Well, the key to a trick play is to run it before the other team does, so I always got it out of the way.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I hear you.
That's a great attempt by Will Jessup to try to catch that ball. And again, Middleton, their D-line should have their ears pinned back, expecting pass. Defensive backs should be running zone here, expecting the ball.
Once again, back to throw. Dropping, and setting up. Well, it looked like it was supposed to be a screen, and now Wea does find some room. And he'll end up moving the chains. A Green Bay Packer first down.
There's a nice little screen set up there. That time he was able to get the ball and get it outside and outrun.
But hold
number 55.
Everything. Hold on, we got another penalty. Indication.
Is that the tackle?
Might be against Memorial here.
Blocking the back. Again, just doing things to just, after taking a couple steps forward, take even more steps back. And there's the block in the back right there, number 82, late. And again, in a position where he wasn't going to make a play. And that's the hard thing to swallow as a coach when you see that on film is you got to tell Alex Battaglia, and again, he's young, he's a junior, that you doing that has no effect on the play. He's already wrapped up and going down.
Well, we're under 3 minutes here in the Beltline Bowl, but it's 2nd and 6 from the Middleton 26. They'll fake the handoff to Wea, and Enright will take it himself. And he will move the chains at Green Bay Packer first down. The Beltline Bowl brought to you by The Restaurant Show. It's Wisconsin's official television guide to the best restaurants around. Life's too short to eat average, so skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go right here on The Restaurant Show. So we'll have that trophy presentation of the Beltline Bowl here after this contest. We have 2:44 remaining in this game. It's 1st and 5 from the 13 after the penalty. This game brought to you by CW57's Girl Talk. It's a platform for women to showcase their talents and knowledge on current issues and agendas affecting the women of today. 608-270-5700 or www.cw57.tv. Here's the 1st and 5, Enright. He'll run it himself. Looks like we have a flag against Memorial, and, well, we'll see if the flag was thrown. Middleton wanted the call. It doesn't come.
Unless it's extremely blatant, they're not going to call anything on this. They're going to let this clock run down, and everybody needs to get out. They're trying to get everybody out safely and as fast as possible.
So 2:37 left on the clock. First and goal from the 7. Again, a fake. Enright will keep it. He's inching towards the goal line. He's calling for a touchdown. No official word. So brought down just before
the quarterback counterplay, and again, not following the block. If he would have cut up number 78's block there, John Adams, he would have walked in easily, but instead went outside the block where they were blocking the defender and wasn't able to get in. And not get in on the quarterback sneak as well.
And there's the quarterback sneak is stopped short as well. We're ticking under 2 minutes. And Memorial has been unable at this point to get on the board. So here's Enright. Third time's a charm from the 1. Takes it, doesn't. He pitches it to Wea, who does get into the end zone. So it looked like a little bit of a sloppy play. It ended up working out for Memorial. They get on the board. It should be 30-6. Well, we had one official call the touchdown. A flag against Middleton. Penalty declined. Touchdown is good. It's 30-6.
That's a tough play to call, especially out of under center in that situation, because you know the D-line is really got their feet in the ground. They're really trying to come, and you get any type of penetration, it adjusts your pitch angle. Usually like to take that play out of shotgun in that situation.
Well, they're going for 2. And into the end zone is good for the 2-point conversion. So why not? Wea gets it done. So it's 30-8. We will take a break and come back with the final minute and a half of the Beltline Bowl.
Capital Brewery in Middleton, Wisconsin has been producing award-winning beer since 1984. The Capital Brewery reputation precedes itself as beer enthusiasts come from far and wide to see for themselves. Over the years, we've continued to grow, and now our beers can be found on shelves for miles and miles. Along the way, Capital Brewery has received over 200 beer and brewery awards, more than any other brewery in the area. We invite you to visit Capital Brewery and Beer Garden in Middleton, Wisconsin. To learn more about Capital Brewery and our live events, visit us at capitalbrewery.com.
It's 30-8 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion by Jason Wea of Memorial.
Expect an onside kick here, and anytime you can get this situation live is huge for both teams. You get your hands team on for Middleton. Again, these are situations you never practice live, and when you get into a game, it's always good to get these type of reps.
So that penalty from the face mask from the touchdown was enforced on the kickoff, so the ball will be kicked off from the 45. So as you said, we'll keep an eye on that onside. There is the onside, but it bounces out of bounds. The illegal procedure. So it will be Middleton ball, but it's all but over now. And they will be the A-1 Furniture Beltline Bowl champions and defeat Memorial on their homecoming. So it wasn't a far drive for the Cardinals to come in here, and they won't have far to go before they can start celebrating. From the 42. So we got a penalty marker down against Memorial or against Middleton. We'll back them up. The 5-yard variety. from the 37, Schultz. No, actually that was Jors is back in. And they give it to a different tailback this time. Spencer McKnight. Wide receiver DB.
Get an opportunity, get your young guys in, get them some game time reps. Again, never know when someone's going to, go down, knock on wood. You want to be able to give them game time reps for that experience.
5'9", 154 he's listed at.
He looked like a slight kid. Wiry, as we like to say. Ran tough there. Ran tough. Ran smart. You notice, I'm sure we won't get a replay on it, but had both hands on the ball. And again, that's a sign of someone that's been well coached, listens to coaching, wants to protect his opportunity to run the ball, get opportunities in the future. So never want to fumble the ball in this situation. Even though you're winning by 22 points, you don't want to give Memorial any hope and give them the ball here in this situation.
So coming out of the Green Bay Packer timeout, it's 2nd and 10. After the 5-yard gain by McKnight. The handoff to another tailback that time. It was Eric Karwoski, I think. Actually, that's actually number 14. Which I don't have on my roster either.
Neither do
So
I. Again, just pulling people out of the stands at this moment. Give them a uniform and hand them the ball.
Sam Petaway is the official word. I think you do the statistician here for keeping track from Middleton. And they go back to McKnight. And with 30 seconds on the clock and rolling, this should end it for the Beltline Bowl and the homecoming for Memorial. It'll be a 38-0 or 30-8. Excuse me, I got my numbers mixed up. A 30-8 victory for Middleton. The Cardinals come in to Mansfield Stadium and take care of business against the Memorial Spartans. So we will send it to commercial break, and we'll have the A-1 Furniture Beltline Bowl trophy presentation as well as some coach and player interviews here down on the field. We'll be back for the post-game wrap-up.
You don't want to just sit there, do you? Get up and head on over to Blair Street Barbecue. Where is it? On Blair Street. Enjoy that sweet, smoky hickory smell. Well, wait a minute. I think what we're trying to say is taste. You can savor a barbecue pulled pork sandwich for only $7.95, and don't forget to add a side. Or you can go to town with the beef brisket. Blair Street Barbecue. Are you kidding me? Oh, is that good?
I'm Jessa Jeremiah, and I'd love for you to join us on Talk of the Town this week. We've got a great show for you. We're going to check in with our health news partner to find out how to keep ourselves healthy during flu season. And of course, we're going to talk high school football all right here on Talk of the Town on the CW57. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, your host for The Restaurant Show, the show that is your guide to the best restaurants in town so you can skip the rest and enjoy the best, all right here on the CW57.
Catch the best high school football all season long on CW57 Sports. Next week, the Vikings of Stoughton head west on Highway 138 to Panther Stadium to take on the Oregon Panthers. Next Saturday at 6 p.m. and next Sunday at 3 p.m. only on CW57 Sports.
Back up here in the broadcast booth at Mansfield Stadium for the Beltline Bowl, where Middleton just defeated Madison Memorial 30-8. I'm Eric Riders with Coach Adam Smith. You know, it was really all the doing of Kellen Schultz, who has a couple passing touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown. Cam Molly had over 150 yards running, but couldn't find the end zone, but still did his part to lead the Cardinals to victory here tonight, and a lot of penalties in this game, Adam.
Absolutely. Like you said earlier in the broadcast, the coaches had Memorial picked second, finished second in the conference. So coming into the season, this was a big game. They'd split last year. Memorial had taken the first meeting in the regular season, and then Middleton beat them in the playoffs. We expected a lot more out of this matchup than 30-8. And really, it wasn't even that close. Personally, it was a clinic by Middleton. They did a fine job of holding on to the ball, running the clock. Defensively, they were able to shut down, for the most part, Jason Weah, Emmett Enright. They weren't able to get anything consistent going offensively. And like I said, Cam Molly had a heck of a game. Both Mitch Bacon and Mitch Hurl had great nights receiving. Malley, 161 yards on 32 carries. That's almost unheard of in high school football. That's a workhorse right there, especially for a guy 5'9", 163 pounds. For him to carry the ball 32 times, that's fantastic, and that's saying something about Middleton. They're getting geared up for the playoffs and a run at this conference championship, and they're gonna put it all on Cam Molly and Kellen Schultz. They did a fantastic job tonight.
Well, the defense did their part as well. You had 2 interceptions in that game. You had fumble opportunity. There was a fumble recovery earlier in the game as well, so 3 takeaways. So there's, the defense doing their part to help Middleton get this victory.
They were +2. Whenever you're +2 in the turnover, you're 85% chance of winning the game, and that's exactly what happened tonight. And again, they got contributions from Mitch Earl and Mitch Bacon, Travis Sander, and the Middleton offensive line. You got to give it up to them. They did a fantastic job as well, opening holes for Cam Molly, and they got to be happy with having a back run for 160 yards.
Well, and let's not forget, Middleton does go to 5-1 and get 5 conference wins, which clinches a playoff berth for them. Obviously, for them, they'd like to continue that streak, continue rolling as the season goes along, and hopefully go into those playoffs with some good momentum. Middleton came into this game ranked 79th in the state, averaging 29.3 points per game, and they lived right up to that mark.
And again, they put themselves in position to continue getting after that conference championship. I believe we heard that Craig was up on Sun Prairie, and we didn't hear a La Follette score at all, but again, those basically a 4-team race for the conference championship, and they did their part tonight on staying on top of that race.
And we will have the trophy presentation for the Beltline Bowl presented by A-1 Furniture down there on the field shortly. And also be sure to check us out here next week. We will head to Oregon, and we'll see the Stoughton Vikings come and take on the Panthers in the 138 Bowl.
Yeah, we get to go home back to our hometowns, Eric.
A little bit of homecoming for us.
A little bit of homecoming for us. That should be a great show. Oregon has done a great job of, packaging some wins together this year, and
the team historically has not been that great as of
as of late, as of recent years, exactly. Coming off some strong, a lot of losses over the last couple years, and they put some good things together. And Stoughton Vikings are also on up and coming in the program in the Badger South, and should be a great game.
Here's the final numbers for Middleton: passing 13 for 21, 189 yards, rushing a team 37 carries, 194 yards on the ground. So they definitely did their job and getting this victory here tonight. So we'll take a quick break. We'll have the trophy presentation and some post-game wrap-up.
It's the great tent event at A1 Furniture. Sofas $299, 5-piece living room sets $699, bedroom sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
JP Hair Design is a proud supporter of high school athletics. The #1 barbershop in the area is located on Grand Canyon Drive in Madison. Call or check us out on Facebook and set up an appointment with one of our professional barbers and become part of our family. JP Hair Design, bringing the community together.
It's the great tent event at A1 Furniture. Twin mattresses $99, queen sets $199, memory foam queen sets $499, and so much more. Plus, 1 year free financing. A1 Furniture's great tent event going on now.
Catch the best high school football all season long on CW57 Sports. Next week, the Vikings of Stoughton head west on Highway 138 to Panther Stadium to take on the Oregon Panthers. Next Saturday at 6 p.m. and next Sunday at 3 p.m. only on CW57 Sports.
All right, we are here with Tim Simon, head coach of the Middleton Cardinals, who have just captured the win here at Madison Memorial. Congrats.
Thank you very much, but these are the guys that deserve the credit, the guys in the white uniforms right here.
Absolutely. Well, congrats, guys, and we understand that this game actually helps you clinch the playoffs, too, so great job there.
Thank you. Yeah, it's the 18th or 19th year in a row, which is a Division I record for a consecutive playoff. So these guys have a lot to be proud of right now.
They sure do.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Coach Simon. I understand this is your 11th season.
Yeah.
And you're off to a great start and a great game tonight. So your athletic director, Bob Jors, suggested that we give you congratulations with a big old kiss, but since we've just met you, we're going to give you a big old trophy instead. So
that works just fine, thanks.
On behalf of CW57 Sports and A-1 Furniture, this is the 2014 Beltline Bowl. Congratulations to you and your guys.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, guys, we're going to get Eric and Adam back in here. So if you guys could crouch down back. I know you're excited. We're excited for you. We're going to get these folks in here, and they're going to ask your coach a few more questions. So thanks, guys. Here you go. We'll hand it to you.
Coach, great win here tonight. Get yourself in the playoffs. What do you say about your offense and the job they did rushing the football tonight?
Well, our offensive line did a great job making holes, but our defense also gave us good field position. So as always, it's a combination win where both sides of the ball play well.
Well, we'll try to give you a little bit of a compliment sandwich here. So we talk about the rushing, but let's talk about penalties. I mean, it wasn't a great game from that aspect of things, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's always something to get better at, and that's what we addressed in our team huddle over there. Is we got to clean up the penalties.
And Coach had a couple of turnovers last week. This week, I'm sure you were talking up in the booth about what you guys were preaching at halftime, even though you were up, ball security. Guys finished +2 tonight on the turnover margin. How does that make you feel leading up into the next few games here?
Well, what's great about that is we responded from last week's challenge. So our turnovers last week killed us, so it was a focus this week for everybody who handled the ball to make sure that doesn't happen. So they responded. Our guys in the white did, and that's why things worked out well for us tonight.
Well, yeah, you got a few more games. You take it one step at a time, and we talked about your goals, and now you've achieved one goal. What's the next step for you guys?
To win next week.
Well, join us next week as Oregon takes on Stoughton in the 138 Bowl.
So let's give them the trophy right now. Let's have them have at it once again. Maybe that wasn't the best idea.
Catch the best high school football all season long on CW57 Sports. Next week, the Vikings of Stoughton head west on Highway 138 to Panther Stadium to take on the Oregon Panthers. Next Saturday at 6 p.m. and next Sunday at 3 p.m. only on CW57 Sports.